USA, folks. I know some of you like to travel. Just get in your old shitbox and drive to anywhere USA. Well, do yourself a favor, and on September 21st, as Plymouth, Massachusetts's own Mayflower Brewing Company will be staging the second annual Hometown Hops and Horror Convention. This is a one-day-only event from 1 to 7 p.m., but don't let the short runtime fool you. There's plenty of horror and beer to satisfy even the biggest gore-soaked lush. John Kassir from HBO's Tales from the Crypt will be in attendance. Podcasts and contests and beer. Giveaways, video games and beer. Food trucks, authentic horror props and beer. Screenings, live music and beer. Tickets are just $25, and for a startup con with a sweet angle of beer, it's a mere pittance out of your pocket. Just Google Hometown Haunts and Hops Horror Convention and claim your tickets now. And by the way, it is in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Did I say that? Yes, I did. And welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome to episode 628 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is the world's most dangerous podcast and is recorded in front of an undead studio audience here at Castle Wolfenstein. Also, not in the lair of La Swag. What is going on there? But we are also broadcasting from Casa de -0. We are live for episode 628, or you know what? Maybe we're live to tape, depending on when you're listening to us. And on this week's show, we're going to be talking about the British folk horror picture, Starve Acre. And it stars Matt Smith, Morfydd. I looked up how to pronounce her name because I was a little confused. It's a Welsh name, but Morfydd Clark. And it is directed by Daniel. Let me make sure I get his name right. I wrote it down. Daniel Coco Talo. There you go. Coco Talo. And like stumbling down the stairs. Here we go. Jesus Christ.
I hear the sweet sounds of Raven Shadow coming into
the sweet sounds.
frame.
Yeah, the sweet sounds of fucking fumbling around with a headset.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what we hear. This is what we hear. Okay?
Yeah.
This is what we hear.
All right, the listeners heard it twice. I don't need to hear it again. That's not funny.
Sorry.
What's so funny?
It's not funny.
No shit.
That's why I'm not making a joke like Monster Zero did.
When did you
kept my mouth shut?
Hey, Ramshaw, how long ago did you say you were ready whenever? When was that?
You know what? I fully realize that, but you don't know what happened, Wolfie.
That's not what I asked. I asked, when did you say ready whenever? All good whenever. Sorry.
Yep. It was before.
8:19.
8:19.
Before now.
Okay, so 12 minutes ago. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we waited on you because you said 8:20. I'm ready for 8:20.
Yep.
So sent the invite at 8:20.
Yep.
And here it is, 8:31, fumbling around.
Well, his dog had to take him out for a smoke.
I can smoke indoors. I'm a grown up.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm right. And
okay.
I should be flayed. I should be flawed. My dear brother Numsi.
You're flawed. Believe me, you're flawed already.
What's the excuse? Let's hear it. Lay it on us.
I must be. All right. So listen, I went to go pop a top and it spilled on my kitchen tile. Exploded on my kitchen tile.
So? Ollie will take care of it.
I had to pick it up.
Yeah, Ollie will take care of it.
No,
he's old enough.
Sam Adams lager.
He's old enough. He's of age.
He's a light beer drinker, you know. I mean, that's his thing.
Ollie's old enough.
French beer. Yeah, no, that's not good for dogs. It's not good for dogs. So, yeah, to pick that up. And then, you know what I mean, is Bakken. And then I'm here.
Barking.
So that took 12
Just
minutes.
barking.
What
Yeah,
did,
to
what
get a
did you
towel.
use to clean it up?
Good question.
Did you
Good
call your
question,
mom to
Johnny.
bring you a towel?
I called. She's coming over. Like, put it in the front yard.
Mom, I don't know what to do. I spilled beer.
What do you do with that? No, I know what to fucking how to pick up beer, Wolfie. But no, it's just it fucking like, oh geez, it just fucking was there. I had to put the fucking towel down. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Ravenchild picks up beer. He uses one of those fucking hand claws. He's trying to pick up the fucking beer. It's not picking up.
I don't know.
Probably use a paper towel and the fucking hand claw and try to fucking sweep it all up.
No, I use the cloth towel.
Because you're a fucking human being, right?
Oh, so I like the environment, Wolfie.
No, you don't.
God damn.
Give me one. Look. I like the environment. As he's smoking, filling the fucking environment with fucking nicotine and poison.
Yeah.
He
I love
loves
blue
the environment.
skies and fresh air.
Oh God. So hey,
I'm sorry I'm late.
here we are.
Hey.
Here we are.
Now we're here.
Yep, we're here. We're here. We're live. We're talking about Starve Acre. Well, we will be. And what else? So last week was awesome. We actually got some feedback about last week's show. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Oh.
And we actually have a new way to give feedback that I haven't talked about yet. I set it up a couple weeks ago, and I haven't mentioned it on the air. But if you, wherever you listen to us, whatever podcast app you use, right in the description, I think it's actually above the description pretty much everywhere. Actually, let me look on my phone. Hold on. Let me see where it is because I forget. So let me take a look. But anyways, what you'll find is a link where you can text us. So you can actually text Trick or Treat Radio.
So like direct to fucking creator, right? From consumer to creator, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it.
What?
CTC, baby.
Where is it? Our podcast is buried in my feed because we haven't released one in 6 days. So I got to go through all these other ones. Okay, here we go. Trick or Treat Radio, 6 days ago. So yeah, clicking. I don't know if it's going to come through. Probably not.
Oh shit!
Do you see the blue text above the white? Can you guys see that in kind of middle of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. It says that is a hyperlink that says send us a text message. You click it, and it brings you right to your fucking text messaging app. And from there, let's see here, right here. Text. Boom. Clicked it.
Nice.
And all you got to do is just put in a message and then send. So we did get one of those. And
Oh shit!
I don't know who it's from. It just says it's from California. California, you're on the air.
California.
So
City of Compton.
I think it just gives like a geolocation. It doesn't say. I think you would have to like physically put your name at the end if you wanted to.
See, I was wondering about that. Like, what if you want to be like, oh, fucking Raven Shadow sucks? You know, like,
Oh, you can be anonymous. Yeah, you can be anonymous if you want. Put your name.
Yeah.
If you know,
Could
if
you leave like multiple?
if you got a set, leave your name.
Oh shit!
Well, you know, a set of what I don't know, shoes,
Whatever.
Yeah, plates. You know, a set of anything. But yeah, it says you've got fan mail. You've got fan mail. We should do. I should set up a fucking thing for that. You've got mail. Wait, let me see if I can find something. Hold on.
You've got anger. Oh shit!
You've got anger issues.
you've got criticism. Oh fuck!
Here it is.
You have judgment.
You got hate mail.
Oh yeah, boy. Yep. Look at my Zero fucking coming in, putting it in the fucking.
Here you go.
You've got mail.
You've got mail. All right.
Yeah.
We've got mail. Well,
Do
text.
the hate mail gimmick.
Text.
That's awesome.
All right. It says, great show, guys, and creepy. Let her program more often. Again, it sounds like 2 solid movies on the heavy end. There you go. Text message, short and sweet.
Oh, fucking
see that?
FTV, baby. First time brother. Look at that.
And people are asking for more Creepy Girl on the show.
That's, yeah.
That was Monster Zero, actually.
He went to California. He went to California just to send that text message.
Yeah. Yeah. I live in Maine. Nobody would ever think that I would send something from
Here's
California.
a new one from not from Maine. We get Creepy Girl on every week. She's more on time than Raven Shadow.
California, you're on the air. You've got mail.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, hey, if anyone wants to use it, feel free. It actually sends an email, so it technically is mail, but you send it through text, and then it'll send an email to the Trick or Treat Radio, page. So the email. So yeah. So thank you, California. It's the entire state of California.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
It might have been Anthony Kiedis because he fucking loves California.
Yeah, I'm sure Anthony Kiedis listens to this fucking show, right?
He's like, yeah, when he's dating his 18-year-old girlfriend.
Well, Raven Shadow's got to put it in his mouth.
Yeah. He's got an 18-year-old girlfriend or a 19-year-old girlfriend. What's he going to be doing listening to us?
Yeah. Well, when she's in school.
Maybe she listens to us.
Yeah, maybe that would be awesome. I hope that's Anthony Kiedis.
Oh, shit. We got a new fucking entry in our chat room.
Stop it.
Our pal Bunky's litter box is hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Bunky, how many times I gotta tell you? The litter box.
No wonder it's got ants all over it.
He's like,
good catch, Lou.
Oh, Lou.
Rough.
Oh, he has what's that guy's name? Bill O'Reilly, I think is his name. Is that the guy Inside Edition?
Well, Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly. That was Bill O'Reilly.
He posted a GIF of him that says, "We'll do it live," and he's like yelling and pointing.
I thought
That's
he was
a
in the
great
chat
clip.
room. I'm like, that's outrageous, dude.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly is fucking hanging out in the chat.
Can you imagine?
Oh shit. Oh, that's funny. So
This fucking text option's fucking going through the roof.
I know, right? So yeah. So thank you, California. We appreciate you.
California.
California.
The great state of California.
Oh, Creepy Girl's hanging out on YouTube, and she said, "Woohoo!" There you go. Creepy Girl's got some fan mail. I'm glad you heard that, Creepy Girl. So yeah, that was a fun show last week. We had our Patreon takeover. Technically, that was like the July takeover because we missed one or two. We missed one because of the 12-year anniversary show. We were sort of had that going, but we're gonna have 2 Patreon takeovers this month. We got another one coming up in not next week, but the week after. So we'll talk about that when next week. But looking forward to that one, and I can't wait to announce the brother we have joining us. So looking forward. It's a first time takeover.
Oh,
that's all I'll say. I'll tease it out. First time takeover.
Fucking FTT.
Yeah, and I don't mean to. It's not FTM. So let me just say that when I say first time.
Different initials.
Yeah, first time, long time.
Oh, that'd be my porn name.
Oh, our boy Ghetto Tim is hanging out. What's up, Ghetto Tim? He says, "Glad you covered the coffee table. Now you know where baby oil comes from." So tonight we're going to be talking about Starve Acre. Looking forward to talking a little British folk horror. and should bring some interesting discussion, I think. So hopefully some of you check that film out so we can chat about it and get some thoughts. And let's see what else we got going on. I got a bone to pick with both of you guys.
Oh,
why did no one fucking tell me that the new season of Cobra Kai came out like 3 weeks ago?
dude, are you serious?
Yeah. I watched. It's only the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, why don't you fucking tell me, dipshit?
Wait,
You normally talk about Cobra Kai on this. You didn't fucking talk about it. It's your fault, MZ. It's all your fault.
yeah, fuck you.
No, I don't mean to blame MZ, but
No, you should.
Well, here's the thing.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah,
So I didn't.
take your medicine.
I didn't know it was out, and Rocky mentioned it on the show last night, on the Star Wars show, and I was like, what, did they get it early up there in fucking Canada? What the fuck? Like, how do you watch the first 5 episodes? And he's like, no, it came out. I was like, I saw a trailer like 6 months ago, and then nothing. Like, I didn't hear any fucking word about it, and I like when Cobra Kai has come out in the past, I've always like known, like, I mean, like counting down the days, but Netflix never fucking promotes shit. It's maddening.
It's fair. But here's the thing, Wolfie. Yeah, that's fair. But like, here's the thing for me. Like, I adore Cobra Kai.
Me too.
You know what I mean? Like to tell me somebody. You told me like years ago a franchise that I enjoyed enough would be a show that I adored. 30 years later, you're out of your fucking mind. I think it should have ended last season. I think it had the best ending. And I'm also trying to finish off shows before I start anything new. So like,
oh boy, you're going to be years behind at this point. Then,
yeah. Did you guys ever see MASH? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really uplifting show. It's a comedy.
No, it really wasn't.
I heard they made a movie about it to end off.
They made a movie about it.
The movie came out first, and then the show.
No, I know. Really, Wolfie?
I didn't say it.
You know what I was trying to do, though.
Well,
What are you saying, really, Wolfie? I'm the one who said it.
Yeah,
I know. We know you did. So I'm trying to watch The Boys, and oh my God, is that fun this season?
Oh, you're on this season?
Yeah, I am.
Right.
So I'm 3 deep into The Boys, which is weird to say out loud.
Into The Boys.
I'm really in the thick of The Boys right now. Fuck. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, and they're doing the Karate Kid movie with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. So like, I don't know. Is it too much? What do you think, MZ? Answer the question.
About too much Karate Kid? I think so. I mean, we've had 5 seasons now, or almost 5 seasons. It will be after November. It'll be the last, and it's the last season. It'll be the second half of the 5th season. So, I thought
there was a season 6. No, am I mistaken?
No, this is the end. This is the last of it.
Friends,
at least from what I understood. From what I understand, this is the last of it. But I think 5 seasons is enough. After 4 movies and 5 seasons, that's dated back 2018. It's 2024. We've had 6 years of Cobra Kai. I mean, you don't want to oversaturate the story. It's otherwise it just gets ridiculous. I mean, look at Walking Dead. That show lasted way longer than it should have, and now it's spawned off on all these branches with all these other shows just to keep that alive. And it's I mean, even though The Walking Dead is done, the narrative of The Walking Dead is still alive. So I think this is a bit of an overkill as far as the movie of Cobra Kai movie is coming out. I don't know. or Karate Kid rather. I don't know what else they could do. They tried doing something different back in '94 with the new Karate Kid or the next Karate Kid with starring Hilary Swank. And I don't know. I watched it maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it's not very good. I mean, Pat Morita and Ralph Macchio had a really good chemistry going, And
wait, you said the
but
first
I
movie?
think 5 seasons, huh?
You said the first movie?
The first movie, what?
You didn't like the first movie?
No. I said the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank.
So, okay, here's the confusion. This current season of Cobra Kai is season 6.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Okay, so that's where the confusion was. Okay, so, yeah, but season 5 was the one with, it came out in 2022, and that had Terry, what's his name?
Terry
Silver.
Terry Silver.
Silver.
Yeah.
The great Terry Silver.
Yeah, Terry Silver.
The legendary Terry Silver.
And one thing I heard about season, I think it's the second half of season 6, unless it's happened already in the first half. But Britt Baker from AEW is going to be in the season apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that.
So here's the thing too, though. Even though I think that I think it would have been a dope ending last season. Am I excited? Yeah. And I think The Walking Dead is a great comparison, MZ, because
yeah, but I know not everyone's mileage varies, but for me, yes. I was burnt out on Walking Dead after third season or during the third season, I forget. But Cobra Kai I feel is just it's just like they do it's just more fun, I don't know, like Walking Dead just kind of ran its course quick for me.
Yeah, but the problem the problem here is that with Cobra Kai, I mean, it isn't just tournaments, it isn't just dojos and training and things like that. These kids also get into fights outside of all that, and then and again, it resorts to karate, and it's like every fight, which are plenty, by the way, in the grand scheme of the entire Cobra Kai universe, a lot of these kids get into a lot of fights, so it gets kind of a little monotonous to see all these kids battle other people with the use of karate. Now, I mean, I get it. It's the narrative, it'd be kind of silly to have, kids training in tournaments for karate and then not use that for actual self-defense when it really calls for it. It's just, there's just too much fighting going on. I mean, every episode there's just too much fighting going on. They gotta dial it back a bit. They
gotta just talk it out and just figure things out. Really have it face to face.
I'm watching the first 5 episodes. I binged the first 5 episodes a couple weeks ago.
Dog. Yeah.
What spoiler? I'm telling you how many I watched.
Well, we're telling you. We haven't seen it.
Raven Chow doesn't want to know how many.
Yeah. Well, there's 10 episodes apparently, just like every other season. So I binged the first 5 episodes, and I got to admit, at some point when I was watching, I'm like, these kids getting way too many fights. There's just too much fighting going on. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's good. It's well choreographed, but damn it. I mean, does every episode has to have a fight of some sort? It's a little ridiculous. At least in the movies, it was built up, to tournaments and to fighting against, for your honor or for someone else's honor or something like that. But here, you just bump somebody in the I love you so much.
For your honor.
I'll be your hero, your dreaming love. We'll live forever.
And we did it all for the glory.
my God.
Oh,
It's the
yeah,
worst
boy.
fucking thing ever. Piece of
Oh,
Terror
my
is the man.
God. I'm so hard right now. Lots to unpack there. Let's put a pin in Walking Dead. And to be fair to that song, Chosen did try to kill Daniel during a hurricane.
He did, yeah. Chosen was fucking
you know what
awesome,
I mean?
though.
Chosen's awesome.
But like, and yes, so for even all my thought, I'm still a mark for Cobra Kai. Like the kids having adventures. Like I've talked with Slagoth over the years. Like it's become a live action comic book. Like, and I love.
Yeah, and
I still pop.
and that's the
hearing
thing.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
you know, like that.
it's sort of like presented in a real world like style. That's why I can see what MZ is saying is that the all the fights just seem ridiculous
Sure.
because that's not real life. But this is essentially, it's like a, I don't know, I don't want to call it a superhero movie or like a superhero thing because that MZ will get pissed. But it's fiction. That's their way of telling story. That's how things culminate into fights. So like that's their sort of cinematic language. If it was a dance show, it would be fucking dance offs.
Right.
That's just the way it is. So you have to just roll with that and expect that there's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking fights every episode.
Yeah. If like Drumline the series. Oh, they got those fucking drums again.
What are they doing? This is the fucking 6th fucking time they're playing drums. The fuck?
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I'd have to watch from season 1, the very beginning, to see how many episodes there are that don't have any fights. I bet you I could count. Okay. I bet you I could count that on one hand.
Oh yeah, probably.
But it's based on like a movie about karate, right? Called The Karate Kid.
Yeah, I'm well aware of it. But
like,
there is such a thing. But there is such a thing as overkill.
Okay, but would you watch Top Chef to see them do the dishes?
Yes, I would actually.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's.
I want to go to
the bisque was crazy.
That instead of Flavor Town, it's fucking Crumb Town. It's what Dirty Dish Town.
Fucking Gordon Ramsay, non-stick my ass, you fucking donkey. Scrub it. Yeah, boy.
No, I'm just saying that it's overkill. That every look, major conflict. Okay, I get it. Minor conflict, like you accidentally bump somebody in the hallway, and next thing you know, they're ready to go. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. It's like, come on, I mean, I get it, and you want to keep the tempo of the show up by having these fights, but at the same time, I'm starting to lose my interest because that's all it is, and they're not really displaying anything new. There's nothing new being shown here as far as maneuvers go, blocking technique and things like that, and punches.
MZ
kicks.
wants to see more sand on the floor.
All really the same thing.
Yeah, there's no Haryukens.
Want more sand on the floor?
Yeah. No one's giving the yoga flame.
Shit.
And that's I love you, MZ, so much. And I hear you, but like, I mean, it is an action adventure program, right? Like, I mean, thank God they're not like, shooting up schools, because that really happens.
Oh boy.
Not to get political, but like, pew pew.
Yeah, well, you can't roundhouse kick a bullet,
That's a great fucking
you can
statement.
actually.
That makes me want to join the NRA. Actually.
Oh Christ!
You can't say that again, please, slowly. What's that? Say that again. I love it.
You can't roundhouse kick a bullet.
That's fucking a good line.
Yeah, make a bumper sticker out of it. Put it on your car.
That's an 80s fucking movie poster. Like, fucking,
no, that's a one-liner in a fucking action movie.
Yeah.
Some fucking karate dude like doing his fucking thing, doing all the moves, showing off, and then he just shoots him. And he's like, "You can't roundhouse kick a bullet, motherfucker."
Yeah, it's like Barracuda versus fucking Jet Li. You know what I mean?
And I'm not giving, like I said, I saw the first 5 episodes of the current season, and I'm not giving anything away. There's no big spoiler here, but I just want to say
Daniel dies.
They got 5 more episodes to try to finally make a Howard Cosell reference to Chosen. I gotta
From
have
fucking Better Off Dead
until and Johnny Lawrence is the one who's got to do it. You know how much of a smartass he is. He's got to bring up he's got to say something about Howard Cosell to Chosen. He has to. He absolutely has to. You want
it's
that
not gonna
crossover?
happen. It's not gonna happen.
Can you imagine? How fantastic. I've been waiting for this ever since Chosen came back.
It's not
and
happening.
I'm like, please say, Johnny Lawrence is very 80s centric, and Howard Cosell was, for a short amount of time anyway, for a decent amount of time, I should say, in the 80s. So I think that Johnny Lawrence should say something to Chosen and make some sort of Howard Cosell reference. He has to. He has to.
No, why? It's another movie. He plays another character.
Yes, but MZ's a fucking psychopath.
Yes, he is. He is.
Last Friday at Samurai Night. But I think the joke would be he references Better Off Dead. Like, you sound like that fucking guy. Like, if he does like that weird like reference, like you think Deadpool and Wolverine gave you callbacks that you love so much. Wait till you see season 6 of Cobra Kai, second run. Like, I think that would be cool. References like, what are you fucking? The guy from Better Off Dead.
No, but if he references Howard Cosell, he'll be referencing Better Off Dead. You don't want to be too on the point about it. You don't want to be too on the nose about it. If you say Howard Cosell to Chosen.
That was Tom Arnold's other wife, Chosen.
Chosen Arnold.
Chosen Barr. That was terrible.
It would be fantastic. I would be so happy if they did that. And so far they've disappointed me. But you never know.
Oh,
you never know.
Not now.
What do they want?
They want a race.
Plain Maya, the kid from Green Bay.
See, here's a good example.
I don't know.
2 brothers, one speaks no English, the other learned how to speak English from watching the wide world of sports. So you tell me which is better, speaking no English at all or speaking Howard Cosell?
The chances may slim that this once great has the nerve, the desire to win that he once had.
You must obey the proper speed limits. A car is not a toy.
Obviously admitted to be.
My chest hurts.
Oh, that would be so great.
That would be dope.
It would be. It would be.
Truly a sight to behold.
I would rather it would be Jackie Chan and fucking Johnny having adventures.
But wait, I found another one.
Oh.
Why isn't it
Light
playing?
Maya.
Where's the audio?
No one knows who Howard Cosell is if you're under fucking our age.
I know.
But if
Text us in the new podcatcher chat option.
Oh,
Do I know who Howard Cosell is?
Months.
Connecticut. I have no idea.
Truly a sight to behold. A man beat the once great champ. Now a study in moppishness. No longer the victory-hungry stallion we've raced so many times before, but a pathetic, washed-up, aged ex-champion.
All right, let's go.
Doesn't he put
Study
fucking
in
those
moppishness.
rubber gloves on?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, because there might be somebody out there who doesn't know what we're talking about, the guy who plays Chosen in The Karate Kid Part 2 and also in Cobra Kai is the same guy who voices Howard Cosell in Better Off Dead.
Well, he's not Howard Cosell. He's an Asian race. He's an Asian man.
He explained it.
Yes. Yes, but he voices but he imitates Howard Cosell.
Yeah, but he's not like it's not like Howard Cosell guest stars and he's the voice of
No. Rich Little did the voiceover of Rich Little did the voice of Howard Cosell, but the guy who plays Chosen is the guy who's mouthing the words.
Wait.
Are you actually confused by this?
I am. You shut your fucking filthy mouth. Are you saying that wasn't Chosen's voice?
No, he's not saying that.
I'm legit shoot.
No. Rich Little did the voice of Howard Cosell.
I had no fucking idea.
Oh, god damn. Are you serious?
I am. On my fucking mother's eyes. I really? Wolfie, you knew
Yes,
this?
really. Yes, really.
Yeah.
All right. I thought they were doing like all right. I didn't know. I was very young. My mom took me to see it in theaters.
Let me see.
I literally had no idea. I literally didn't. So fuck you. All right. I'm being honest. Wolfie, this isn't a safe space.
Jeez.
No, not you, but fuck him.
You don't be mean to anybody.
Listen.
Yeah, he's listed as just Rich Little additional voices. That's it. That's all it says.
I didn't know.
And they do. And knowing is half the battle.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Why?
I don't know. I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted.
And by the way, his let me see. The actor's name is Yuji Okimoto.
Oh, Yuji.
We should yes, reference his name.
The great Yuji. What's his last name?
Okamoto.
The great Yuji Okamoto.
Say his name again, Raven Shadow.
I'm not sure if I said it right.
Keep going.
It sounded like Yuji Okamoto.
Yeah, I was waiting for like the space battleship Yamato, which we know as Star Blazers. Yeah, I think I messed it up, but I thought Wolfie was going to pounce on me, and I didn't want to. I'm very Caucasian.
You're very distraught over this whole thing.
I am fucked up. I literally thought he had a voice, range.
Yeah, listen to him in Cobra Kai. Does that voice sound anything, even remotely like Howard Cosell?
The guy that plays fucking Daredevil isn't fucking blind.
What?
You know what I mean? I'm just telling you.
Holy
I don't know.
shit.
Maybe I thought. Spoiler alert. I didn't know.
Let me catch up in the chat room real quick because there's a lot going on in there.
Thank you.
Ghetto Tim asks, "Hey, did anyone see the last season of True Detective? Is it worth picking up?" Did either of you guys watch it?
I watched the first one. It was brilliant.
Okay, no, that's he's asking about the last season, Raven Shadow. So
I'm just telling you, Wolfie.
Let's see. Bunky's Litterbox says, "I've had that series on hold. Is Cobra Kai worth it?" I think so. I mean, if you're a fan of the original Karate Kid, if you grew up with it, then definitely it is nostalgia to the max.
Yeah, because I mean they bring everybody back. I mean, with the exception of Pat Morita, but
you can't bring him.
They should have tried. I mean, they could have hired a necromancer or something, right? Like,
yeah,
Disney probably could have brought him back.
They should have done like a hologram or something like that. But they bring everybody back. Everybody.
Evil Corny says Raven Shadow.
There's episodes where you get LaRusso's mom, and you get the original Cobra Kai members back.
Oh, we even get Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue, yeah, she comes back.
Is no, actually don't. Never mind. I was going to ask a question, but it might be a spoiler for this season, so don't. Don't.
I'm still going to watch.
You even get back the girl that Daniel meets up with in part 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. The
redhead?
The,
And
Yep.
god damn, what's his name?
Oh,
Not
the
Johnny
chick
Lawrence.
from Okinawa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she comes back. And also Barnes, he comes back.
Oh yeah.
And Terry Silver,
Bucky
he's
Barnes,
back.
the Winter Soldier's there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
Bucky Barnes. Yeah.
They get everybody back. If it was a major player in a Karate Kid film, they're there. And then that seems to be the big thing now. Ever since Full House started doing it.
Jesus Christ.
Let's thank Full House.
Really?
Thank you, Full House.
No, well, here's the transition.
Yeah.
Ever since Full House started doing it, they would bring back everybody from the original program, and everyone's doing it now. I mean, you got Karate Kid, you got Full House, you got Punky Brewster, you got Wet Hot American Summer, who did two.
Wouldn't Wet Hot American Summer have come before Fuller House? Yes,
I think it did.
it did. It was like one of the first Netflix.
Oh no,
things
wait,
I
no,
remember.
maybe it didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Look that shit up.
So you don't think the Gilligan's Island with the Globetrotters was first, or like?
Well, first
When
of
they
all,
brought back-
they didn't bring everybody back. They didn't bring everybody back. Okay, because Ginger was the only one who didn't come back.
Yeah. So hold on. Wet Hot
Louise.
American Summer, first day of camp, 2015. Fuller House, 2016. Boom.
Oh, okay. So Wet Hot American Summer did it first.
Oh, what about fucking what about Hey Now?
Hey now.
What's
Hey Now.
Hey now.
Hey Now. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hey Now. Yo, Double D, Corny. What's happening now? They brought fucking Raj and the gang back. Sure.
I have no idea what Hey Now is.
No, not Wolfie.
What?
I dummy. No.
I don't know what
I
you're
was
talking
fucked
about.
Up. I said, hey now. But what's happening now?
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening now? Okay.
Right.
All right. From what's happening to what's happening now. Well, what's happening now came out in 1986, and they didn't bring everybody back. They brought Mabel King was the only one who didn't come back.
So King Mabel didn't show up.
King Mabel. That's another fucking thing entirely.
King Mabel
There was no
King.
viscera.
King Mabel.
Yeah, boy.
I never thought of that before. I'll have to put that on Facebook and take all
Big
the
Daddy Vis. Yeah, thank you.
her name was Mabel King. She was the mom. But let me see. And I don't think not Roger. The
Rerun was the same cat.
yeah, Rerun came back, but Haywood Nelson is who I'm thinking of. Hi. That guy? Yeah, he did. I don't think he came back.
Yeah, but
And
you
maybe-
still, but not everyone always comes back. Sometimes there's death. You know what I mean? There's problems. You know what I mean? But
Haywood
still,
Nelson
but
was
to
still
bring
alive.
back
Haywood Nelson was still alive. Mabel King,
Haywood.
I think, was still alive at that time. I don't. Let me see. I know she lost her feet due to diabetes.
Jesus, where'd you put him last?
I don't know.
I lost my glasses, but I retraced my steps. Oh, you can't when you have no feet. Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I'm
what
sorry.
the fuck is
I
going
popped
on.
myself.
But yeah, that's a completely different animal.
All right, chat room. Evil Corny. This is we're on like 20 minutes ago. Evil Corny said, "Raven Chat, I ain't seen nothing of the boys." He's right. If you're only on episode 3, you ain't seen nothing, Raven Chow.
Yeah, it's very
What
stressful.
What happened? Don't say a spoiler thing, but like, what was something that happened in that episode you just watched, so I can try to remember which was which.
Parental engagement.
Parental engagement. So okay, I think I know what you mean. Between two dads.
But yeah, a lot of daddy issues, a lot of daddy.
Well, that doesn't really. All right, well,
a lot of it's kind of who's your daddy, I guess, is kind of the crux.
And what does he do?
Yeah, boy.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Can you imagine that? If you're like with like a chick for the first time, who's your daddy and what does he do? What do you do there? Do you stay hard?
No, is that what you say? Is that what you say to a girl?
No, I think I'm playing the guy that says, "Who's your daddy?" And they would say, I don't know.
Something.
What does he do? I don't know. Something. Yeah, I guess the line from the movie. Like, do you keep going or do you laugh and like you fucking put a ring on it? You know what I mean? That's fun.
That is fun. All right, chat room. Let's keep going here. Corny says Stranger Things needs to get with it. Yeah, was it like
Thank you, Corny, not talking about that at all.
It's like 3 years between every fucking season. 2 years. I don't even know. Ghetto Tim says
it's now the 90s.
Yeah. Ghetto Tim says they need to reboot the Karate Kid with Danny DeVito in the Ralph Macchio role. Danny DeVito. And then Evil Corny posted a GIF of Danny DeVito crawling out of a couch naked. Is that JD Vance's couch?
Oh shit!
Let's see. Evil Corny says I want to watch a karate-based show, but I want them to dance to resolve their conflicts.
Well, like West Side Story.
Yeah.
When you're a cobra, you're always a cobra. We're gonna
with interpretive dance.
Yeah. Bunky's Litterbox says that Peter Cetera song is entitled "Glory Hole Love."
the glory hole of love. That's what my actually parents.
Glory hole love.
Yeah. Like, is Bunky's Litterbox a better bar name or album title?
I would not want to go to a bar called Bunky's Litterbox. I don't think.
I would.
Well, of course you would. But what if there's like cat pee in there?
That's fine.
I mean, or poop. Like, how do you know? If it's called Bunky's Litterbox, maybe the whole fucking bar is Bunky's Litterbox.
But at least the litter box is clean. It's just that shit and piss would be everywhere else.
All right, that's fair.
Just not in the litter box.
All right.
Just don't order the fucking Nestle Crunch.
I don't know. Did one of you guys bring up burnt risotto?
Oh, we did talk about Gordon Ramsay. And Ramsay fucking hates burnt risotto. That pisses him off.
Well,
dude.
Corny. Okay, that's the reference. Corny says burnt risotto would be hell to get off a skillet.
Oh, fucking that pisses him off, dude.
Bunky's Litterbox says, "Give me dirt bike gangs on the beach for creative tension." Yep. And then he posted a GIF of "Truly a sight to behold" from Better Off Dead. Marion says, "I didn't know about Rich Little either. Did we talk about this?" Oh, and then she posted, she said, did we talk about this yet? And posted a GIF of the guy doing the high jump, getting his crumb stuck on the fucking on the bar.
I know how that could be.
Oh my gosh. Brother rating at 12 inches right there. Like,
brother rating at 12.
I mean, if you were going to lose, dude, this event, it is the best possible way to lose.
From this point on, like, everyone is just going to like think about like, oh, well, you lost because you got a huge dong. So, hey, good for you, man.
Right. Like who won fucking number one in fucking, what's it called?
Pole vault.
Pole vault. Who fucking cares who wins the medal? Like, dog, this cat spent his whole life like, I want to be the best pole vaulter in the world, which is like, really? That's who fucking cares? Like, you get Mary Lou Retton. She at least had one to grow on. You had Kurt Angle won a fucking gold medal with a fucking broken freaking neck.
Broken freaking neck, yeah.
You had the guy on the bike that cheated and the swimming guy that got high. But other than that, how many fucking You know what I mean? Like, but this guy, the whole world is watching his fucking hog like the fucking Zapruder film. You know, back to the left, off the fucking pole, boom, boom, in your fucking face. Like, this guy makes fucking Virgil look like fucking microphallus.
All right. Hey.
Right? Like I would. What a great story. This is like
what
an
a great
uplifting
story
Brian song.
I mean, you're only supposed to. He should have been disqualified anyway. He should have only used one pole.
Yeah. I mean, like, and pole vaulting, and like, all I could think of, I was like javelin. I mean, obviously Lamar was the best fucking javelin fucking tosser in the world.
You're a tosser.
You're a tosser. But oh my God, he's 20-something years old, right? And there's a thing where like they would give every Olympian at least 2 condoms a day. Like, this dude is gonna get fucking the bikini swimsuit fucking team if that's still a fucking thing.
Dude needs magnums.
Yeah, dude, he needs fucking like Johnny Sins, Lexington Steele, that guy who fucked the no jumper wife, like. All those guys.
Peter North, Danny D.
Great Peter North. Yes, Danny D with
Danny
the Chelsea hat.
Yeah.
The great Danny D. Cody.
You don't see Danny D anymore. What happened to him?
No, you don't. Hashtag ledge.
Bunky's Litterbox said, dude didn't need the pole for that event. His name is Arby's because he's got the meats.
Dude, he is like this dude ain't gonna worry about any fucking. Oh my God, what a brother! Such a fucking brother, and that was soft, right?
You know what? Like, what if he's pulling a Derek Smalls though? We don't know, right?
No, not in those. No. Smalls had like jeans on. No, he had leather pants too, but no. No, the way it was scrutinized, you would fucking know that. Some be like, no.
I don't know, man. Could be a zucchini wrapped in tinfoil.
No, it's a fucking hog, dude. Fucking, it's a hrum. I saw the fucking knee.
You saw the knee.
His dick was wearing Air Jordans. What do you think of that? What a
his next event should be in like the 400-meter dash. He'd win that by a mile.
Who gives a fuck?
What is that event called? The high jump? Is that what it is?
Fucking cares.
Pole vault.
Pole vault. Yeah. So what do we call for him?
It's Paul Vault. I mean, like, he's fucking
Paul Vault. What?
Paul Vault.
It doesn't even make any sense. Paul Vault.
It doesn't. No, yeah. That's his new alias hotel rooms. Like, if him and the Hawk Taw girl get together, dude, bro, how much fucking money is on that table, dude? Bro. Patreons. If Hawk Taw.
What?
I mean, and the guy who
fuck that. Fuck her. Okay.
Like,
she said 2 fucking words.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. She said 2 words.
He did one jump.
Yeah, he did one. Yeah, no, he trained his whole fucking life. This dude trained his whole fucking life for that. She said 2 fucking words.
You can't fucking buy that fucking. That's like Action Comics #1, dude. You're lifting the fucking car, man. Like, that is so magical.
What? Ta?
No. The big dick French brother.
Okay.
Do you think he's getting? Do you think someone took a picture of that at the moment of contact and like blew it up and gave him it in a fucking frame to put in his fucking living room?
Imagine that IMAX, dog. I would do that for every birthday party, and you would all be invited.
Oh, Bunky's Litterbox called it the meat vault. It's pretty good.
It is just because, I mean, like, if you're at full power, right? You have a limited window when you can move.
He wasn't a full power, that dude's.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain to Mary, and I'm like, no, he's fucking.
If he was a full power, like, it would be so obvious.
That's the thing. What I'm saying, like, you have a little bit of window to, like, all right, from the couch to the bedroom, depending how close it is. Don't involve stairs. You know what I mean? Or, like, even to put a fucking, your battle armor on. It's a little window. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking stay in the zone.
But it was off to the side. It was off to the
Right.
side, you know. It was, you know, depending on your point of view, it was off to the side. It wasn't sticking straight out. If it was sticking straight out, he definitely would have knocked that pole down.
Raven Shadow, would you consider that
His
an
hog
action?
was definitely offsides. What?
Would you consider that an action sack?
Dude, that's a cosmic rod. That
Cosmic
is-
rod.
That's a fucking cosmic rod. Because, like, I was trying to tell man, I'm like, you can't be at full power and then fucking jump.
No,
like,
absolutely
'cause
no. He's not at full power. There's no way.
No,
What?
no,
brother.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
He wouldn't need the pole if he was at full power.
Plus, I mean, seriously, like the dude is legit trying to like live his fucking life stream. I'm sure. Like you
already
have
has
to
a
be
new one.
so focused. You have to be in the moment. You have to be visualizing. Like I just don't think there's any way to be aroused in that moment unless that gets
Yeah.
him off. If it does, hey, all the power to him. But yeah, then no, that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy who's been training pretty much his entire life for this one moment, you know, and to have it remembered for knocking
His
down
cock.
the bar because of your giant schlong. I mean, I'm sure that's not exactly the way he wants to be remembered, but I guarantee you he does not mind what's coming after it. I'm
Because
sure.
you can't dream that. Like, people try to raise the bar. His cock broke the bar. Like, like everyone, like, I want to be fucking, you know what I mean? Like Eddie Van Halen on guitar, or I want to be fucking Peter Steele, or I want to be, you know, fucking whatever the fuck, Tom Brady. But this guy, like, picture the greatest sports clips of all time. Dave Roberts Steele, right? You know, fucking Tyson biting the ear off. The greatest putt of all time. This guy's greatest sports moment is his fucking brajol. Fucking knocking off a pole.
Has he done any interviews, this guy, about
On
about what's happened?
Brazzers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brazzers.
You'll see him on CaptainStabbin.com.
You know what? It's like winning the lottery. Lay low.
Wait. What was Captain Steuben? Was that Love Boat?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'd
He was like
be-
the Professor X of the Love
He'd
Boat.
be fucking Captain Stabbin.
Captain Stabbins. Yeah. In the Bukkake boat
Jesus.
franchise.
Wow.
Bukkake, exciting and new. That's terrible. But no, this guy is a fucking legend. Like, how many rings Brady have? Doesn't fucking matter.
8, I think. Doesn't matter.
How many hits fucking the Beatles have? Doesn't fucking matter. This guy.
This guy. Okay.
Greatest
Yeah.
brother of
All
all
right.
time.
Yeah. He's better than the fucking
He-
Beatles. Okay. Come on.
His head is on every Mount Rushmore.
Which head?
I'm not building it, Wolfie. No, but here's to you, sir. Here's to you.
Wow. You. I mean, why don't you just fucking hock to him? Jeez. You pretty much just did.
I'm not into it, but you know what? I respect.
I
Game
mean,
recognizes game.
You just spent the last 10 minutes doing it. So.
Oh, such a brother. Thank you.
All right. Anything else? Any other Olympic fucking feats you want to discuss?
Oh, yeah. I was at a party on Friday.
Oh, boy.
There was the Japanese team that literally, it was like, whatever the names were, it was literally, Johnny, please look this up. Japanese swimmers on Friday night. It was like B Long, and his partner was like L Wang.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
I
I,
saw
I,
that.
I did see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw that.
God
saw that,
Damn, like,
yeah.
this Olympics isn't real. You have Gahira fucking opening up fucking medal, fucking
Then you
Yeah,
got the got the girl who sounds like Mickey Mouse.
yeah.
You know?
There's controversy. Oh my god! Like I want like a best of, like an hour and a half best of this Olympics, because I don't give a fuck about. But this is outrageous. Outrageous.
No, Gem is outrageous.
Jim is outrageous. That's fair. That's
Truly,
that's
truly.
Not, that's not untrue. Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I say we continue and start wrapping this part of it up
Okay.
and then get to the movie.
Bunky's litter box says, "Oh, so sad I didn't get the gold because my massive rum hit the bar and was shown all over the world. Oh no, poor life. What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than any gold medal.
He'd be like, "I'm sorry, coach." He's like, "Don't be."
Ghetto Tim says that wasn't the pole vault, that was the hammer throw.
His cock is named Mjolnir, dog. Like fucking like.
Bunky's litter box says the one time I take ecstasy at the Olympics and this happens.
Right.
And then he says Brady's rings could cover half of that meat.
Yeah.
Travel a few miles to Ireland or Scotland, he could do the cable toss.
Oh my gosh. Oh, brother rating at a 12.
All right. What else? Okay, I think we should wind this down.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Some Olympic talk. I never thought you'd hear. Never thought we'd hear that on the show.
Well, never thought you'd.
Big dicks were involved. How could we not?
It's better than Ozempic talk, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you get? I'll take some of that.
Yeah, you don't need to get any skinnier, right, buddy?
No, but it's like kind of like speed, right?
Oh, for God's sakes. Wolfie, just continue.
All right. Well, fucking, this on. All right.
Let's see. So yeah, I guess we'll start to wind down. If you guys want to help support the show, you can do so a few ways. The best way is through Patreon. Head on over to patreon.trickortreatradio.com and you can help support the show for as little as $2 a month. And all tiers get access to the Patreon exclusive episodes, which we drop monthly. They are exclusive to Patreon. We have zero intentions of releasing them anywhere else. That's the only place you can hear them. Let's see. We're on 58. We're going to be doing our 59th, I think, this weekend, maybe. And so, yeah. So there you go. We got those. And with the Patreon takeovers, we had Creepy Girl last week. And we have another one coming up in a couple weeks. So if you want your own Patreon takeover, you can get in on that, get in on the highest tier, and you can choose up to 2 movies to discuss on the show. They can be anything. Doesn't have to be a new release. It just so happened that Creepy Girl picked 2 new movies. And if you are so inclined, you are absolutely welcome to come on the show and join us for the discussion. That's always fun. So, yeah. And also just for other people, some people, they may not want to come on the show. Maybe they don't, maybe they want to just pick 2 movies. In that case, sometimes what we'll do is we'll throw out the option of you picking someone in your stead. So you can pick a guest, especially if it's somebody we've had on the show, fairly often, like one of our sort of extended family. If it was like a guest.
Avatar. You could be like, oh, can you get Nicholson? Probably not.
Yeah, if it's a guest we had back in the first year, maybe not. But, but yeah, that's also an option if you don't want to come on, because not everyone does. But yeah, give it a look. Patreon.trickortreatradio.com also gives you access to all the Patreon live shows. We did the Sunday evening cartoons last time, and we should probably start planning another one soon. Maybe, I don't know, maybe back to school or October is always another good time to do it. And then also, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get to help us make the Halloween intro every year, which is always fun. So I think for the past 5, this will be 6, I think, 6 years, we've done our extra special Halloween special, which is separate from the weekly show. It's an additional show. We do it live. We typically do some crazy stuff. We summon ghosts and demons sometimes. I mean, you never know.
Typically Devil's Night, we typically do it, right?
Yeah, that's what we've done the last couple of years. And actually, let me see. just real quick, see when Devil's Night is this year. And Devil's Night is, it's a Wednesday.
Oh, flickety do.
We could, well, the funny thing is, the regular show falls on a Thursday. So the regular show falls on Halloween this year.
Oh, shit.
Is that bad?
No, it's
Does anyone
cool.
have
It's cool. No,
plans?
I think,
Okay.
yeah, because I think they cap. I always leave work half an hour early just so I can get here with Marion because you got to put candy out.
Oh, for Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
'Cause
like,
you gotta have
I thought
the
you
good-
just
you
told
gotta
us
have the-
your like daily routine or your like weekly routine. You got to leave work a half hour early.
Yeah, usually I cut myself around 3:30, and I'm like, yo, I got to go to urgent care. Ock health, dog. No. But no, you know, because it's a weird time. They still do it when the fucking it's light out. You know what I mean? And there's a certain time frame, and we didn't get any kids last year. But you gotta be ready because you gotta have good juju. You can't have negative Halloween juju.
Yeah, or Sam will come after you.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, so we were talking about maybe doing another live show. We'll figure that out. But yeah, so there's some other benefits that come with being a Patreon supporter. So give it a look at patreon.trickortreatradio.com. Go through these last two quick. On trickortreatradio.com, scroll down on the front page, look for the Amazon logo, click it. It's going to bring you to Amazon. It's going to input our affiliate link. Everything you purchase in that session gets attributed to us. It doesn't cost them any extra, Michael Raven Shadow.
But it's another way to help keep the lights on.
There you go. So check that out. And finally, on trickortreatradio.com, you can go ahead and click on store, and it's going to bring you to our digital storefront. And you can go ahead and purchase the greatest hits of Trick or Treat Radio Volumes 1 through 3. It's a little bit of a sampler of the early years of the show, of like 6, 7 years, something like that. So, if, you know, we've been doing it for over 12 years now. If you haven't heard all of it, you can go give that a listen, check that out, and hear more. All right. That is it for all that bullshit. Raven Shadow, you sit down to watch a British folk horror movie. What do you do to prepare for this flick?
I hung out with D Rook on Saturday night, dude.
Oh, I heard. That was awesome.
Oh, it's dope, dude. He met me at the shop. We went over to Antonio's Pizza.
Did you have
Antonio.
a steak and a baked potato like a fucking gentleman?
We didn't because it was a pizza place.
Well, what the
but
fuck?
We had.
You didn't take
I
D
was
Rook to
with-
fucking steak dinner like you do, like you talk about doing with all your brothers?
There was a Cuban place I suggested, but we went to Antonio's. We had the tall boys flowing. We came in super over. D Rook asked for a high booth, got it in like 2 seconds.
So you didn't
Dope.
get the table?
I didn't have to. D Rook.
Oh, you didn't
I'm
get the
fucking
table.
rolling.
Look at this.
I didn't
Wow.
have to get the table, Wolfie. I didn't have to fucking flex. They knew who fucking D Rook was. You know what I mean? But we go in and there's a little like a Harry Potter looking kid, like in Harry Potter 1, doing a busboy gimmick, and he dropped a butter knife and kept apologizing to us. I'm like, nah, it's cool, man. Like, you should have heard about the Brazilian place. But no, like, whatever.
Someone
Call
gonna
back.
die tonight, man.
Someone gonna die
you're
tonight.
talking about the other one. Yeah.
Or the
From a few days
Myers
ago,
knife
yeah.
fell on my thumb. But I'm like, so he kept coming over periodically, and we find out his name is Angel, and D Rook drew him with a cool little Batman sketch. He's like, hey, here you go, Angel, whatever. So I'm going out for a smoke, and this kid, he's like sweeping the ground, and he's like, hey, do you guys like stories? And I was like, yeah, we like stories. You know, we're comic fans. Like my boy, you know, he runs a comic publishing, Ref House Publishing, represent.
Mhm.
Got the Gore Streak license flowing. And he's like, oh, well, I'm renting a movie, you know, like about the wrestling. And I'm like, well, really? You have my attention. You know, so we're talking and shit, talking all raw. I almost talked about our script that we talked about. I'm like, I want this fucking guy to steal it.
What? Shazam?
No, Skin the Cat. The great Skin the Cat. But yeah, so he's really humble. But I'm like, yo, man. So then I quote Paul Stanley. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, I do the quote where it's like the only people that will tell you can't do something are the people that didn't do it. And he was like, oh, thank you, my friend, you know, and like this and that. And he came up and hugged us, so much love. So like, you know what? I thought maybe either this dude, like D-Rook and I inspired somebody to fucking be like the next whatever the fuck, or maybe he's a weird, like impish fucking deity like Batmite. And we answered the questions correctly. And maybe he'll bequeath us with like some creative love. So with all that flowing, I had a fucking large hamburger and black olive to go. You better believe. Strapped on.
Greetings! We are the Retro Reductopus Cephala Podcast, a bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
He's right. We wax philosophic about lots of geeky crap like old video games and movies, toys, cartoons. I don't know, help me out here.
Music, pants,
Quoting video games that don't have dialogues,
shabibans,
tasty news,
Unnecessarily long Japanese onomatopoeia.
butt breathers, uncomfortable nature facts.
or how to install a Samoflange.
And unlike all those other podcasts, we at Retro Octopus have an exciting rotating host schedule.
Do we? We sure do.
So, if you didn't like the guy flapping his gums this week,
like me,
worry not, gentle listener. Next week we'll have a whole new host.
Of problems.
Hey, they might still suck, but they'll suck differently.
And you know what's really cool? Retro Reductopus is part of the Inebriard Podcast Network, with new episodes out every Tentacle Tuesday.
Which is like every other Tuesday. We named it.
Anyways, you can listen to us at iTunes, Google Play, Spotify,
I'm
Stitcher,
Alex West,
or
and I'm Andrea
Reductopus.
Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
You go through your week with the same old routine.
What you really want is some blood and thunder in your life.
Well, friend, you found it.
The Cromcast is an adventurous journey through the history of two-fisted pulp stories.
With your hosts John,
Josh,
and Luke.
We have action,
horror,
and adventure, all through the lens of pulp luminary Robert E. Howard.
Don't just stay in your ordinary life.
Find your pulp life at thecromcast.blogspot.com.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
A podcast for the barbarian at heart.
Hey there, this is R.A. Salvatore, call me Bob, and you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
Back in Trick or Treat Radio. And it's time to talk about our featured film discussion. So let me go ahead and pull up the details here. So the film Starve Acre originally saw some festivals in 2023, but just got a VOD release here in the States. It is 98 minutes long. It is a drama horror, but I would throw in folk horror if you're nasty. If you're looking to get into.
Bro, I love you so much, Wolfie. I was thinking that too.
I don't know if I should be like glad or afraid that our brains work similarly.
I know it's weird. I'm cool with it, but I'd be concerned for you because it was like literally like 3 or 4 times already this episode.
Am I gonna start smoking?
Be afraid.
Awesome.
Be very afraid.
Maybe I'll start eating healthy and working out.
Speaking of smoking, you saw David Lynch, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man.
He's got emphysema.
Like, I don't want to be a dick, but like, my man's 78, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good fucking run.
So you're okay if you get emphysema when you're 78?
Dude, I'm not gonna get to fucking 68. Like law of average. Like, but 78's a good run. You know, and he's a brother. Like, he's speaking like from the heart. Like, he actually knows what he's fucking talking about. And a lot of cats who say that, like, you always hear the same fucking story. But I mean, sometimes you gotta fucking, finish the game.
Yeah, but he said that he stopped smoking 2 years ago. So even
when
if
he
you
was
stop
a youthful
after this prolonged use of tobacco over the past several decades, even when you quit, you could still get it.
Oh, for sure. Like, but like, he's almost 80.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
run.
run.
Point is,
it's a good run.
And what do you and what would you consider to be a good run if it was if you got emphysema?
58.
What would be a good run?
70 or mid 70s is typically when we cash out.
Cash out.
We get canceled. You know what I mean? Like when we leave it all in the ring is around the 76 mark. So I mean, like, I'm pretty. I know what I'm pretty confident I'll get to 60. It's gonna be a ride. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's terrible, but
let's see if you can make 50 first.
Let's try to make. Let's get 48. We have a couple months.
Yeah.
Between now and December, but no, he's a brother and he lived it. He lived the life.
Respect.
Look at him lighten up while he's.
Yeah, I know. Respect. Yeah. Respect. Wow. Okay.
On the DL. No, yeah, he's a brother. He knows. He lived it. He's got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he could be living a whole lot longer if he hadn't been smoking.
But how much longer do you want to go?
Are you kidding me? I'm surprised I'm not dead now.
So are we.
Dead. I should have been dead.
You should have been dead in back in the old Castle Wolfenstein when you passed out.
Yeah.
At your own joke.
Yeah. I picture like Satan and Lucifer, same guy.
Imagine if you, like, I don't want to make light of this, but imagine if that was the time that you went.
Imagine the ratings,
like,
Wolfie.
No, I'm not going to. No.
Why?
The ratings.
Would we even be able to, like, how could we?
He's not here because he's dead.
How could we not talk about that? And like it would be sad, but it would, like, would we ever get the humor in that?
Yeah.
At some point.
So years later, you think we would laugh at it?
I'll be honest with you. I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
He's
all right,
fair,
all right.
man.
And I'm the one lying in a box.
Yeah.
So
we'll put you over. But like, yeah, I'm not saying the anniversary episode would be fucking a hoot, but down the line, like, we had that conversation on Friday about you passing out in a chair. I was at a party.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get to the movie. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't die because we love you.
Well, thank you.
All right. So where was I talking about this film here? Okay. Yeah. So the film star. The film is written and directed by Daniel Cocoteo and is based on a book from Andrew Michael Hurley of the same name. The novel is same name, Starve Acre. And the film stars the great Matt Smith, right, Raven Shadow?
My third favorite Doctor.
All right, who are your first two then?
No, actually fourth favorite Doctor.
Wow, jeez.
No, third. No, it is third.
Okay, who's ahead of him?
I go. What's that?
Who's ahead of him?
I go Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt Smith.
Okay. It's pretty good company, I guess. All right, and the film, stars Matt Smith, Morpeth Clark.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin.
Don't make fun of her name.
Power Rangers, you Mighty Morphins Power Rangers. But it should be done. But it should be done in like a Celtic. It should be done with like Celtic instruments.
Shipping off to Morphin. I don't know.
So let me say, I actually pulled up a thing where she says her name. I want you guys to hear this. So let me go ahead and play this.
Speaking, I went to Welsh speaking school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your name, Morfydd.
Yes.
Do I have this correct? Morphydd.
Very good. Very
The
good.
double D is a
Yes, voiced.
A voice what?
Yeah, so it's instead of vital.
Morphydd.
Yeah.
There you go. Already sounds elvish.
Yeah.
But your little trick is, and I can't believe how entertaining it is, but it really is. It's the Welsh alphabet. Would you mind?
Do you want to hear
showing
the
us?
alphabet?
Of course, be my pleasure.
I do, but I'm only thinking about like.
You're not gonna want.
What?
We should do a cover band called Elvis Presley, and we all dance like elves.
Elvis Presley.
That's very funny to me. Sorry. Keep going.
Okay, so she's gonna say the Welsh alphabet. So I wanted you guys to hear this. Here's the alphabet.
I'm not gonna miss any of this.
So my friends at home can't believe I'm getting applause for saying the alphabet, and I'm chuffed about it.
Just chuffed?
It's Chuffed!
Yeah, boy!
You missed it. Let's start over, okay? Listen, Ravenshaw, you're gonna say the alphabet afterwards. So listen close.
Alphabet, and I'm chuffed about it. So it's
You got that?
Was she saying it backwards?
No, that's fucking Welsh, man.
She like saying it in reverse, or?
You know what?
Wow.
I don't think we've ever asked.
That's not real.
I don't think we've ever asked Linus if he speaks Welsh. Have we? Do you remember?
I'm gonna call Linus right now.
Call him right now.
No, you're not.
I wonder if he.
What time is it
It's almost 3 a.m.
Let the man sleep.
Oh, so I'm addicted.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was the Welsh alphabet. There you go, and it's Morphydd Clark. Say it, Raven Shadow.
Morphin Vision Films.
Morphin Vision Films. Yeah, boy. Oh my.
In a way, that's kind of what this is, isn't it?
It is.
Starve Acre. In a way, it is a Morphin Vision film.
It's my favorite living vampire, Morpheus. My favorite Silver Surfer artist. Wait.
What?
There's 22 letters in the alphabet, right?
Wait,
alphabet?
Our alphabet?
It's 26.
You shouldn't have told him.
Are you serious?
You think that there's 22?
Oh,
well, like
my
Puerto Rico,
God.
right?
No, this can't be real. This can't be real. First, he doesn't know that Rich Little voices Howard Cosell and Better Off Dead, and now he thinks there's only 22 letters in the alphabet.
Well, I left one off for savings.
Yeah, no, you left 4 off, you asshole.
What?
You left 4 off.
4 off.
How many do you think there are?
Regardless.
How many letters in the alphabet? In the
Like
English.
infinity.
No, guess. How many letters in the English alphabet?
I heard from a source.
Say a
26.
fucking number.
7.
7. Okay, there you go.
No, 26. 26, right?
The fact you have to say right.
Yeah, now that after we
I
told
think
you.
you're fucking with me. A, B, C, D, E.
Oh, God damn it.
Raven Show's going to go on the fucking Olympics now and do the fucking alphabet.
Yeah,
I think he's ready for this. I think he's ready for the Special Olympics.
Oh, dude, if my cock could be the final number, that would be dope, dude.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Evil
First-time texters.
Evil Corny. Evil Corny. Speaking of first-time texters, actually, let me read this first. We got another fan mail. Hold on. Where is it? Where'd it go?
I want to talk about this movie.
You've got mail.
Cute.
All right, we've got mail. Okay, didn't know this was a feature. Evil Corny. Look at that. From Birmingham, Alabama.
Here we go.
Says, okay, didn't know this was a feature. There you go. Corny knows now.
Yep.
What do you think, Raven Channel? Is that cool?
I mean, everything Corny does is cool. But I mean, do you think it was an interstitial? Like, why would we discuss a short or like a? This just seems weird to me. I think he'd be more on the pulse of the film community because he's an A-list member.
Do you have any idea, MZ?
What?
Do you have any idea what he's talking about?
Raven Shadow?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I'm exhausted from him.
All right.
What you said? Corny didn't know that we're discussing a feature film.
No.
Oh.
What?
Are you guys fucking with me?
No, I played the fucking.
You've got mail.
Because Corny sent us a fan mail, and I read his fan mail that said, okay, didn't know this was a feature. He's talking about fan mail. It's a feature.
Not theatrical feature.
Right.
You're talking about the option of an email. Okay, well, I didn't fuck. What
Oh,
the fuck? Well, I guess I'm a dummy.
technically, Corny sent us a short. So it was
I'm sorry, I have access to a thesaurus.
No, you're not.
Oh my
and no, you don't.
It's my favorite dinosaur.
Why don't you look up in the fucking
thought it was feature
thesaurus
film.
another name for a dinosaur, okay?
Oh, I get the thesaurus. The thesaurus.
Say it in Welsh. It's this thesaurus.
Yeah, this like the like Cesaro, the Swedish.
All right. This is too much. All right. Evil Corny says, does Massachusetts have a different alphabet?
A lot of I's.
He says, bless Raven Shadow's heart.
I know what that means, Corny.
It's about fucking time you learned something. All right. So it stars Morpeth Clark, Arthur Shaw, Aaron Richards, Robert Ems, Sean Gilder, Melanie Kilburn, and Robert Goodale, and also Roger Barclay. Yes. And let's see. I thought I recognized Roger Barclay, but I don't. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but like probably bit parts. I don't think I recognize. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he was in. That's probably why he was in Andor. He played a character in Andor, so that's probably why I know him. And the synopsis for this film: an idyllic rural family life of a couple is thrown into turmoil when their son starts acting out of character. All right, so let's talk a little about Daniel Cocoteo. I am not familiar with this director. He has done one other feature film, and it was called Apostasy. And seems like it got some pretty good praise. Let me read the synopsis of this real quick. A faithful Jehovah's Witness is forced to shun her own sister because of a religious transgression. As the separation draws out, she starts to question the meaning of God's love. All right. So Apostasy is his previous feature film, and now we're doing Starve Acre. So he is a new filmmaker, at least as far as features go. And he also wrote this. So let's get in. I'm tempted to go to Raven Shadow first because I know how his movie watching experience went. But I actually want some insight.
When do you guys go?
Yeah, I actually want some insight.
I want you guys to go first.
MZ.
You'll get it. You're going to get it.
No, yeah, I want some insight from someone going to someone else.
Oh. Is this on? Is my headphones working?
Yeah, too good. Okay, MZ. I would say you're a fan of folk horror, especially British folk horror. Wicker Man is one of your favorite films, as you've said, right?
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give your first impression of Starve Acre?
Well, I had to. This is one of those films in which, and I find myself doing this quite a bit, especially when it comes to films coming from this area of the world, where I need to turn on the subtitles because sometimes the accent is really, really thick, or sometimes the speech is kind of low in volume, and you can't really make out what they're saying. So I had to turn on the subtitles for this one, and I'm glad I did because there's a lot of that going on here. There's a lot of thick accents, especially this one character who's a friend of the family, but is kind of like kind of like having an argument with our main character, Richard. You know who I'm talking about, the older guy with the beard?
Yeah.
Yeah. His accent was like really, really thick. Well, anyway, I had to do that in order to watch this film. I'm noticing a trend in folk horror where a lot of it deals with trauma, family trauma or whatever, and it's like, there's got to be other ways to tell a story. I'm not saying this is bad or good yet. I'm just making an observation in which a lot of folk horror deals with trauma. And just like the film that we watched last week, Devil's Bath, which was folk horror and dealt with trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a very strong sense of.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I can tell you why I think it is, but we can also hold off until after your impression.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll talk about it after.
All right. The style of this film, caught me kind of a little bit off guard because it kind of reminded me of a film that you enjoyed quite a bit, Wolfie, Ennis Main.
Yeah, Ennis Main.
Which I didn't particularly care for, but I got that vibe from with this movie. The narrative is completely different, but the trauma is still there. And you got Matt Smith, who is the protagonist in this movie, and has the most amazing head of hair I've ever seen on anybody. I mean, if it's one thing that this guy's physical attribute has that's sticking out, unlike the giant cock that was on the pole vaulter, it's the guy's hair. This guy's hair is amazing, okay? And a good actor, too, to boot. But Yeah, I just noticed that a lot of this deals with trauma, the folk horror I'm talking about, and again, it's very subtle, very subdued, and I was interested to see where they were going to go because there's a huge turning point not far into this movie that kind of carries itself throughout the rest of the film. But that's my first impression as of right now. I don't want to go too much deeper until we start talking some more.
All right. So I'll go ahead and give mine, and then we'll hold off that topic about the exploration of grief as it relates to folk horror. I will admit I'm not super well versed in folk horror. I've seen more contemporary stuff. I would say I probably haven't seen a lot of the classics. But in terms of contemporary, like I love Ben Wheatley stuff. You guys know that. Like A Field in England, fucking love that movie. Kill List, even the Midsummer. There's a whole bunch of other folk horror that I could think of that is more recent, and there's something that really draws me to it, and I think it is the haunting nature of it. There's always this tension. There's like something hanging over the entire film. And something bad and horrible is going to happen, but you almost don't know in which way it's going to manifest. And that's one thing I really like about folk horror. And it also plays off of the legends of the land. Like, to me, that's fucking cool. Like we all have our own, we have legends and urban legends and whatever. Like for us growing up in central Massachusetts, we had fucking Spider Gates, right?
Right.
Like we could write a story about Spider Gates and all the stories we heard about that. And that would be technically, I guess, would be folk horror, like it's not quite the same, but it's talking about like folk tales or stories that are passed down about the land. So that's one thing I really dug about this movie, and I think it did well, is that it really plays up that angle, and it has this heavy dread and tension just hanging over everything that happens, to the point where you don't know when it's going to turn, like when it's going to sort of like go take a turn south, and I kind of in a way I kind of do mean south literally and figuratively, but I like the way that it manifests in this film. It was different, it was interesting, and it was creepy. And I can say that I've never seen a folk horror movie quite like this. Now, in terms of like how it manifests and what happens, but I love the lore. Like I love that. I can't remember the dad's name. Was it Lee Willoughby? I can't remember the dad's name, but it was something Willoughby.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lee, but I might be wrong. But anyways, like we see at the beginning, there's like a quote from one of his books, the father, and in this, we don't really know what it means. Jack Gray. We hear the name Jack Gray. We hear some things about like, the seasons. It seems like talking about like the passing of seasons and how things change, and that's sort of my recollection of it now. But I thought that was a great introduction because it gives you this strong sense of the unknown, of something is going to happen around this. And then, like I think you guys talked about it. I mean, I like the way that this synopsis reads because it just says their life is thrown into turmoil when their son starts acting out of character, and that's it. So part of me doesn't really want to talk about the the Charles Durning point, as we say, because we don't necessarily have to. I mean, it does happen early enough in the film where it wouldn't be a total spoiler, but I think that I don't know. I think seeing that happen, this turning point, is impactful and powerful, and I think it puts you in the right mindset for this movie. So I feel like taking that away from somebody who hasn't seen it might lessen the impact of that scene, and by that same token of lessening the impact of the overall film. So I feel like we shouldn't say, but we see in this the son Owen.
Owen! I thought that too. Yeah.
Me too.
At the beginning, like, one thing that happens, like in the first few minutes, he stabs a fucking horse in the eye, right? Like,
kind of a dick.
Kind
Dick
of a dick move, and the parents are like, "How did this happen? Like, what were you thinking? Like, what? How did like they just can't fathom this because
maybe that's your side. That's your fucking uncle right there.
Yeah,
that's your shit."
So Richard, played by Matt Smith, is the dad, and whenever he's with Owen, he's like a perfect little son, right? Like he's like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like I don't understand. So yeah, it's kind of sudden how some things happen in this, but I think when it really starts to, like, we have that one turning point, sort of like 20 minutes in, and then I would say about maybe 2/3 of the way through the film, we get another sort of like big fucking thing that happens, and I mean, we can talk a little bit about this, I think. Without saying too much, but it's on the poster. We see a hare. It's not no regular fucking bunny rabbit. That's a fucking hare. Because this thing is huge, And at a certain point, Richard starts digging in the ground, for reasons that we won't say. And he pulls out the bones of a hare and puts them in a box, and something happens to the bones that is really interesting. And from there, it sort of starts to get a little bit more odd and develops more from there. But I'm getting a little too deep for first impression, but I will say I thought the atmosphere, the tension in this was really good. And I've seen some negative reviews, and I feel like people just don't understand folk horror. And I feel like that's a prerequisite that you have to understand it, but you have to know that it's playing off of these stories and legends and tales of the land. And as we all know, Britain I mean, all the land is old, but I mean, with Britain, there's a lot of history that took place, like that we have documented. Here in this country, right. In America, a lot of that isn't documented. Like
because we killed everybody.
Right.
And then started our own continuity.
Yeah. Or they didn't know how to, I'm not sure. I haven't actually, funny thing is I haven't really even studied much American history because, I don't really care too much about the history here. But, I think a lot of the stories are just lost. Or, I mean, the Appalachian, Tanya's been actually researching the Appalachian Mountains and Appalachian culture, and that's there's some shit there that could be really interesting to explore. But
like the inbreeding?
Not exactly. No.
Okay.
But I think it's the tallest and the oldest mountain range in the whole world. And the way it was formed and how it came to be, and yeah. So there's folk magic associated with like Appalachian folk magic and stuff. But beside that, we'll get back here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened in Britain that is documented that we can go back and look at. There was, Vikings fucking raided. There was the Saxons, the Celts, the fucking the Jutes, the Gauls. I mean, whatever. Like, you just go back and you can trace all these different European peoples to that country, and there's a lot of shit that went on there. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stories and there's a lot of history, and not to say that this film utilizes that, but tales have been what I'm getting at is tales have been told over thousands of years at this point, whereas I feel like that's not necessarily the case here, unless maybe you're part of a tribe of indigenous folks who lived here previous, that lived here previous to, fucking people coming and invading. Maybe there's some stories that got passed down, but we fucking just completely whitewashed the whole country to the point where people didn't give a fuck about what was going on and even if it was documented. But so, yeah, I think that, having said all that, I think that this does a good job of exploring some of that folklore, and it's not specific. Like, it's not like, oh, is so-and-so, person or tribe or whatever. It's just, you don't really need to know that. It's kind of like that whole Lovecraftian thing where you don't show the monster. You reference some of the aspects of it, and then the viewer is made to draw their own conclusions and use their own fears to fill out the rest of it, And so I feel like that kind of is at play a little bit with this. But also, I want to talk real quick about the look of the film. Holy fucking 70s. This was a fucking throwback right down to the camera shots, the camera angles, the way the camera moves, the edits. This was so 70s. And I kind of loved it for that. MZ, I know you've obviously seen a lot of horror, especially 70s. Did you get that vibe, like 70s vibe of this?
Because you're so much older than we are.
Actually, no. I didn't get any 70s vibe from this. Maybe from the desaturation of the colors.
Well, it was grainy and had that look for sure. But for me, it was the way the camera moved and how it cut to, it would just randomly cut to a close-up of a tree, or just almost non sequitur edits where it's like, why is it edited? Why is it cutting there?
Yeah. Okay. I see what you get at.
And the way the camera moves slowly, panning in and out, or whatever.
Yeah. No, I not when you put it that way, I do get a certain vibe of that. In certain areas of the film, mostly near the maybe within, I would say maybe the last 20 minutes of the film. I definitely,
for me, I got it like right off the bat, like first few minutes, really? Boom. I was like, holy 70s. I even said that to the Tanya, and she was like, yeah.
Holy 70s, Tanya. No, I didn't catch that until like about 20 minutes left. Well, I'm referencing to the editing style that you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely see I could definitely see it at that point. I didn't really catch it at the very beginning though.
Okay. All right, Raven Shadow, let's hear your very astute observations about your first impression of this film, literally seconds before you hopped on the air here.
I finished it seconds before we hopped on the air.
That's what I'm saying. MZ fucking, he ratted you out. He ratted you out this time.
Yeah, no, and that's good. That's good. I'm glad everyone's fucking, I feel like we're fucking Lord of the Flies right now. Because I was going to say, like, I feel that was a little more of the intro, Wolfie, that normally you would have yelled at me previously if I would have gone that deep. Not that I didn't enjoy your dulcet tones, but I just feel you would have. I'm getting text right now. It's probably my mom.
You're not getting a text. I just sent a fucking meme. I sent a funny meme because I'm not paying attention to you. Don't look. You don't have to look at it. I sent it for later.
No, but you okay?
So
well,
you
right,
get your phone fucking buzzes and you just fucking pick it up in the middle of talking?
I thought it was important.
Go ahead.
Wow.
First impression.
I'm fucking trying. You know,
I'm gonna keep sending you memes so you can't focus.
Give me a minute. Oh look, it's Channing Tatum. So I apparently after 12 years, you sent me a fucking other one, asshole.
Keep going. Come on.
This is how you confuse me. No, come on. Really? All right. Stop texting me. He's fucking doing it again. It's his fault.
I'm not doing anything.
You are.
Talk.
You're trying to drive a wedge between Monster Zero and I. That's what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to show how fucking easily distracted you are. Your phone fucking buzzes and you stop talking in the middle of talking to look at it.
Well, I thought it was somebody with less facial hair.
He's procrastinating. Don't you get it? He's procrastinating.
I know.
He doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything to say about this movie because he doesn't know what he saw.
No, I do know what I saw. And, it turns out I don't like folk horror. 12 years in, I'm not really a folkin horror fan, or fucking folkin.
I'm going to give you the fucking Falcon neck grip.
Yeah, I'm sick of this folkin horror shit, man, dog. Like, I don't care. Like, so I know going in my first 20 minutes, there'll be great fucking plumage. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be great grass. There'll be a lot of AstroTurf looking motherfucking shit. I do like it was set in semi-modern times. I'm not sure how Monster Zero didn't understand it was in the 70s. But I like that. I do agree. Matt Smith's hair was dope in this, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Is this a fucking prequel to fucking Donnie Darko? I don't fucking know. So like, the first hour, I was a little pissed off.
Oh my God.
To be honest with you.
What the fuck?
You're right.
Yeah, even Ollie's fucking ratting you out. He's like, he didn't watch the fucking movie. He didn't watch the fucking movie.
We watched the fuck. I will fucking get there. But I'm trying to give my fucking 20-minute, my fucking first impression. That's right, Ollie. Wolfie went longer. He fucking knows.
Literally, that is your first impression. That's all you got. That's all you got.
No, I don't like.
Okay. I want your impression of the movie. I was bored I don't care. Okay.
I was bored as folk.
Okay, it's a start.
It's a start. It's something.
And
okay.
I was like, there is.
You remembered something that happened.
I did pop. There is a fucking call box. It's red though, but I did pop for that when it came later on. But no, I don't know. There's fucking woods. There's problems. There's fucking. You know what I mean? I was upset. I was upset. I was mad at you, Wolfie.
Okay, I think we got a pretty good idea of what his verdict is going to be.
Well,
Wait for it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Really? That's okay. All right. Should we put up
You're scaring the dog, is what you're doing.
MZ, should we put up a wanted ad? Must watch till the end of the movie. That's all it takes. That's all we need.
Must watch movie.
At least an hour before the show begins.
We're gonna
or at least be on time.
Listen.
Be on time. Watch the movie. Say dumb shit once in a while.
Listen. You can't replace me for dumb shit. I feel I'm overqualified for the position, and I'm gonna call HR.
Yeah, Ollie's calling HR. Go fucking take care of him.
No.
Your verdict's over. Your verdict's over. Go take care of him. MZ and I are gonna have
It's not a verdict.
we'll talk
Our
about
first
the movie.
impression.
You go take care of
Yeah.
Ollie. We'll talk about the movie.
Yeah, the adults will
good.
talk about the movie. Okay.
Yeah, good.
All right. Okay, Wolfie.
All right, MZ. So the thing I was going to mention earlier about get out of frame. About and once again, take my knowledge of folk horror with a grain of salt, because more of it's more modern, bent, like a more of a modern bent to it. But I think grief, the connection between grief and the land, I feel like it's almost like when you experience grief, it is like a deep core like feeling, like it gets into your core. Like I mean, you would probably know better than I am, Z, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but you unfortunately have lost one of your parents. I thankfully haven't had to experience that yet. But like when you experience loss of someone very close to you, I imagine it's very difficult to get over that. And it's something that it feels like a maybe like a pit inside of you that just lasts for a while, until eventually, yes, you kind of begin to understand that I need to continue on, and that's just the way things are right now. So for me, it's almost like a lot of people bury grief down deep inside of themselves and don't deal with it until later, or when they least expect it. And I feel like that's kind of a part of this. And that's not to say that every movie does this, but a lot of it has to do with the land and the earth, and not necessarily burying, but I feel like there's layers underneath the ground of like the roots reach down there, and the dead bodies. There's just so much buried deep in the ground that it's almost like the grief that we bury when we suffer it, So I think, I'm not saying that there's a direct correlation, but I feel like a lot of the ones that I've seen recently, that's maybe sort of an aspect of it,
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I guess there is something to that. I don't know. To me, I wouldn't think so. To me, that sounds like a lot of, for lack of a better term that's hitting me right now, but a lot of witchcraftian sort of beliefs. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, and all, and all the natural elements of the world, and us as human beings has some sort of connection with that, some sort of physical connection with that. I don't know if I really buy into that. There might be something to it. I mean, I'm more into the scientific aspect of things like that, and if there's some scientific proof of that, I'm more inclined to believe it. But to have a spiritual way of thinking and to use that to believe that some of this might actually exist, it just doesn't work for me. No, I don't know what that says about how I feel about this movie, or whether or not I believe folk horror is maybe just a big load of bunk. I don't. It all depends on the story that's being told, and if the elements of that story, make sense. In this situation, though, in this film, I kind of do. Because I don't want to say the one word that's gonna blow this movie wide open and just ruin it.
Yeah.
There is a certain, it's an R word, and I don't want to say what the R word is. But
Raven Shadow?
No, it's definitely not Raven Shadow. It's definitely not Raven Shadow.
Oh God.
I mean, if there is some scientific proof to it, then yeah, I'm willing to buy into it. And I'm just going by a purely realistic level here. I understand this is a movie, but some people believe in this stuff, and
they think it's a documentary.
I imagine even me, to a certain degree, a low-level degree.
What do you mean?
Any proof?
Believe in this stuff?
Believe? Yeah.
Are you talking about the R word?
Yes.
Because I'm not sure if I know what you mean. That's why I'm.
Tell you what, I'll text it to you. Okay.
Oh, we get fucking distracted.
No, only you.
I'll
text it to the group Raven Shadow.
I'll message it to you guys so you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what that is.
Message to the group so Raven Shadow gets distracted again.
Okay, here it comes.
Oh shit! Give me a minute.
Okay, I don't think I don't think it has.
Oh.
I don't think it has.
Yeah.
I don't think it has anything to do with this.
No.
Wait, I kind of thought so.
Okay.
Wait, because we're gonna get into it as much as we can.
Because that's how I felt.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, that was not to be fucking atomic dog, but that's what I fucking call from the fucking jump, dog.
Okay, how do we say this word? How do we talk about this without? Because I do want to kind of talk about this. So something happens to a character, and another character sort of comes into the picture, like. So
yeah.
Are you guys saying that what happened to the first event is related to the second with that word that MZ sent?
Yeah, despite him being mean to me, I gotta side with the big balls over here.
Okay, so I disagree with that. But there's something else going on.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah. The first incident was one of three things that needed to happen.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the book, do you guys remember in the book the father's book
and the character the
one had the shovel?
Name. Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember we saw in the book the guy with the shovel and then what happened to him?
Yep.
That was number 2. Okay. So, yeah, I know for anyone who hasn't seen the movie, you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? But I just wanted to make sure we're on the same, we're talking about the same things.
Yeah.
So I think MZ's word is actually not completely off base, but it's not the way I think you guys might be thinking about it.
It could be interpretation too. It could be interpretation. So that word might be. Once again, this is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
If you haven't watched the film,
I recommend watching the film, and we're not going to spoil it. So if you do want to finish this review, keep listening. We're not going to spoil what happens, but there are certain things that happen that are integral to discussing the film that we're trying to gloss over.
So.
You try to think about it.
Bored. I was bored as fuck for almost at least 45 minutes. I was fucking annoyed, and not bored. It was pretty boredom. You know what I mean? There's a moment where I'm like, oh,
yeah.
So the last 36-ish minutes, I'm locked in now.
He's fucking bored for 68 minutes, and then he's like, I'm fucking in.
Dude, bored as fuck, dude. I did my toes. You know what I mean?
What?
I think this has a very interesting story to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I mean, and the setting and the way the characters presented themselves, I think that there's a lot to enjoy here. You know, now as far as boredom goes, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, I didn't find it boring because I found it rather compelling.
Yeah.
Because folk horror does tend to be a slow burn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Subgenre. You know, it's, you know, you're not going to get action every 15 seconds. It's not built that way. It's never meant to be built that way.
And just to be clarified, like, I'm not saying like, oh, I expected fucking The Raid. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not in my. It's just not my go-to. I get what it's doing. It's just not. It's not my gimmick.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way. You're not the only one. Believe me, you're in a very large group of people.
Thank you.
I
So
did
you're
see.
not alone.
I did see a lot of reviews of this film, and people just not. They're like, this was silly. Like the dialogue was bad. Like, stupid shit happens. Like I legit saw stuff like that, and I was surprised to see that because I feel like if you feel that way, you're not locked in. You know, you're not locked into what's going on because it shouldn't feel like it's coming out of left field. You know, like there was some weird stuff that happened, but it completely made sense with what story they were telling and the world that they were building. So to think that it felt out of place means you're not paying attention.
So I never said it felt out of place.
No, I know.
So
I'm talking about online reviews that I saw.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it's sprinkled throughout. But to your point, like if you're not locked in, it might gloss over it. But there's a moment where there's a box involved.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That I'm like, okay, where are we fucking going now?
I gotta tell you, I fucking love that scene. Like the whole thing preceding it, and there was something so creepy about it that it shouldn't have been creepy, but it was. And that's the thing I think that I really like about folk horror is that it's something that if you saw in any other movie, you could see it in a fucking drama or a comedy, and you know, like them doing the same thing, like come here, you know, like. But in this,
right.
It takes on a whole fucking new meaning, and it was creepy as fuck.
And then I'm
you're referring to what I would like to consider it being the Hellraiser moment. Is this what you're referring to?
I actually don't know. The Hellraiser.
I was thinking more of the.
So he's
not like I'm being vague.
Well, so Ravenshaw's talking about the box that they trap something in. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that whole scene I thought was really well done and really creepy, even though it was such like a mundane thing, you know?
But you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was that slight turn. So like, yeah, it's like that. The pop I get when like found footage is done right or so it's not my wheelhouse, but I'm like, oh, now I'm fucking interested. Legit. Now I'm fucking.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because I could see that scene and another scene near the end being really silly to some people if they weren't locked in.
It was fucking shocking.
Yeah. When,
but not silly.
All we'll say is there's a scene where we see some nipple.
Yeah.
That scene was creepy.
But I loved the after the box scene. I marked out for the empowerment the two characters had. Like getting the group back scene.
Yeah. It was sort of like
it was like
something changed, right? Like
Right.
They had been sort of at odds, and then something changed. Yeah.
The spring in your step moment. Like fucking walking on sunshine.
That's actually a good reference. I don't know if you intended it that way.
I did because I'm smart.
But yeah,
yes, thank you, Wolfie.
There's I feel like this review is either like the worst review to listen to, or it's interesting. I just can't really tell because we're tiptoeing around things on purpose.
You know what? It came across my mind about 4 minutes ago. This is not a very good review because we're being extremely vague.
Yeah,
it's a fucking discussion.
But we're being vague about a lot of details here, and not that we're looking to give away any hard information, but
yeah, I think we can kind of we can kind of speed things up a little bit, and we don't have to focus too much. But I do think those scenes that we talked about, the box and the nipple, were very creepy. And,
I'm not talking box on the nipple.
Yeah, and in a different context, those scenes are either humorous or just different,
And it was not. I did not laugh.
No. I mean,
that final scene was a little creepy.
It was. It was fucking like wow. And for Monster Zero to fucking say that, he's seen some fucked up shit.
Well, it's creepy in the sense that well, first of all, it's you just don't see it every day. Second of all, it's done in such a matter-of-fact way that it's not like this scene was built up for this one shot. It was just done. By the way, here's this.
It was a mundane thing.
Exactly.
And
treated this material just like all the rest of the material, matter of factly, and it was a great way to end it.
Because the actors sold it. It was not played. They did it the right way, and I'm not sure whose nipple that was. But thank you. But you. To be fair, though, it wasn't gratuitous. It wasn't highlight compilation reel. It was the moment of the scene.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was.
I think the thing that's so creepy, and I'll try to get away from being super vague. I think the thing is so creepy about this movie, and sometimes in general folk horror, is that there are these mundane things that are taken to another level of because it's believable that this would happen in the story that they're telling, right? But out of context, if we saw like a fucking TikTok video or whatever of that scene, we'd be like, what the fuck is this? That's my fucking God, what?
100%. I think I lost my fucking point. God damn it. It was almost going to be awesome.
Almost.
It was almost going to be awesome. But I completely lost my point thinking about fucking TikTok dance. People just do weird, I don't know, fucking stupid shit. But
MZ's the fucking king of TikTok.
I think I might know.
Go ahead.
You gotta believe in what you're doing.
Yes, that's a good point. And I was actually going to say, the actors have to sell it that they believe that their characters know that this is the thing to do, right?
And it's the implication of what they're doing. It's not for laughs. It's what it's. Oh! I'm sorry. I knew what it was. It was that. Yeah, because that was a spontaneous brilliance. Where I was going for was I call the term quiet horror. Steve Dillon, the artist of Hellblazer, under Garth Ennis and Preacher, would do this. Would there be a moment in a panel where someone's face blows off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And while there's a significant violent moment in this movie that comes in a crescendo of what the fuckness that comes off as very, very real and very fuck, it just shows you like, despite a violent act, the job's not always done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, so when it's that, wow. But yeah, no, none of this was juvenile. It wasn't. It was very important to the what the story they were telling.
Yep.
And I got that. I got legit.
All right. MZ, were you going to say something, or was it to his point?
No, I was just reacting to what he was saying.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I want to talk about the score. Actually, the score I thought was fucking great. It had a really good score. I liked the way this film looked. The cinematography was gorgeous. Like the Yorkshire, I guess Yorkshire County, it was just filmed
beautiful,
really well, and everything just looks like just fucking beautiful. And there's that, and the score was great. I thought the writing was good, and the performances, like we talked about, if they're not believable, this doesn't work. And I thought Matt Smith, I thought his performance was really good. He played a very concerned father, and someone who has obviously kind of been through some shit, right? His own trauma.
Yeah.
And he had almost buried his own trauma to the point where he didn't see certain things coming.
Right.
You know? Because he was almost in disbelief, I think, of some of the things that were occurring. And Morpeth Clark, I thought, was great in this. Like, if you guys remember, she was Maud in St. Maud.
Oh,
yes.
And that movie was fucking awesome.
That movie was great.
That was dope.
Yeah, like she is really good. And she's in, I haven't seen it, and I'm sure I know for a fuck's sake MZ hasn't seen it, and I'm sure Raven Shadow hasn't, but she plays, I think, Galadriel in that Lord of the Rings Amazon show.
Oh, fucking Corny's seen it.
Okay. So it's oh shit, what's her name? Who played Hel in the Thor movies, Raven Shadow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking the fucking Loki Dracula movie. You know what I mean? Not Paltrow. The fucking chick who played Bowie.
Kate Blanchett, that's it.
The great Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because I haven't seen the Lord of the Rings show, I think she plays the same. I think Morpeth Clark plays the same character that Kate Blanchett played in the movies. So, she's like kind of a big part of that show, big budget, Amazon show. But anyways, I think she's great, and I think she's really good in this. And the turn, like, it's not really a turn. It's not like a heel turn, but how she slowly turns to believe what she ends up like believing in this. I thought that whole thing was just really well executed, especially that unfortunate scene in the first 20, 30 minutes. That big turning point.
It's
when we get some revelations later about that,
And even like the candle scene. Like, it's funny. Like, well, I'll save it for my wrap up. But like, don't do a seance. It's bad juju.
That.
Are you talking about the older woman that came?
Yeah, with the candle, the dope candle.
Yeah. It wasn't really a seance. Like,
whatever the fuck. But don't. You gotta be. Listen, I am the Han Solo. I want to be Luke Skywalker, but I'm a skeptic. Don't do chanting though. Don't chant. Don't light candles.
Why?
Don't do rituals. Rituals can be fucking bad. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on.
They can be bad, but they can also be good.
Hold on. Raven Shadow, what do you do every 20 to 30 minutes in your life, every fucking waking moment?
I know the answer, but I don't think I can say.
No, what do you do? Tell me.
Smoke butts.
What do you do?
Smoke butts, yeah. What is that?
Yeah. You light.
Oh, it's a ritual.
It's a ritual.
Yeah, that's what a ritual is.
What do you do when you go to the bathroom? After you're done, you do your business, you wash your hands. What's that?
Like hygiene, I feel.
No, it's a ritual.
Well, I think okay. Well, I mean, like.
What about? Are you superstitious at all?
Only typically in Game 7s or in a potential no-hitter.
Okay.
And potential snowstorms.
So rituals are not a bad thing. A lot of times, like it's intended to be this spooky thing that we see in like satanic panic films or whatever. Right. But really, like what they were doing was like saying a mantra. Like I don't know if it was a Hindu mantra, but that's what it sounded like to me. You know, and just saying it over and over, it helps you to focus. And sometimes the words or the tone in which you say it helps you to reach a certain point of clarity or
it's like having your positive cadence or your affirmations.
What was your affirmation from fucking Tigers Are Not Afraid?
Right. Dude, literally, I say it fucking every day. I'm saying live fast, love hard, die with your mask on. Fucking 1, 2, 3, fucking evil can't touch me.
Yeah.
I literally say that every time I go into work. Legit, shoot.
Yeah.
Did it.
So
I actually went back in my car today and said it again because I feel I normally go past a certain column.
You didn't do it right. You didn't do it right.
I just covered the bases, dog. I said it twice.
Okay. Oh man, I want to get deeper, but I don't want. I know MZ's gonna get pissed. What's evil to you? I mean, it kind of plays into this. What's evil?
But it could be anything. It could be.
You say evil can't get me.
Corporate fucking politics. It could be fucking.
Okay, yeah, all right.
You know, drama. It could be fucking.
So it's just something that's not welcome.
Whatever it is, yeah. You know, fucking. It could be evil.
Because a lot of people think evil is the opposite of good, and you don't want anything.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Monster Zero is having a hard time with violence in a karate movie show. He's having a hard time in
not
trauma
even
and
violence.
horror.
Fighting.
And you're saying the opposite. Some people say that evil is the opposite of good, but I don't like.
No, what I'm saying is like,
thank you.
You should welcome both. Like if you only accept one and not the other, then you are flawed. You are flawed because you know, like without sadness, what is happiness? Like, you know, whatever. I don't need to be so fucking base and
no, but like you got to have shitty shows to have The Sopranos, right? That's how you know it's good.
Right. So that's we're suffering. Point? We're suffering for their art. We have a shitty show, so other podcasts can appear good.
Yeah, check out Talk Without Rhythm outside the cinema. Those boys are good.
God, yeah. Talk Without Rhythm, Zombie Girls, you know.
Yeah. There's so many other countless others. I can't count them all. But no, fair, right. You gotta
And that's the big thing is like.
Oh,
good.
I had a point.
Yeah, go.
Like. As much as, and Wolfie, Monster Zero, go put a DiGiorno in. We'll be back ready in 2 minutes.
He doesn't know how to do that. He's girlfriend Zero to make it.
Don't use a pan.
Put it right on the fucking oven.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Put it on the rack. What was your point?
Right. Hal Jordan shouldn't be proud of being a man without fear. Because you need to have fear, because that way you got to know how to fucking, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, like Kenny Rogers said.
You know what would have been better? The man who controls fear, or controls his fear.
That's pretty Wolfie. I got pencils.
You gonna pencil it? Who's gonna ink it? So I mean,
people.
I know we're getting a little off track, but it is somehow related. And, I think that there's a lot of like, in this day and age, there's a lot of people who are all about like positivity and light and love. Like, I'm not talking about Slegoth is saying, I just mean,
he's dope.
Because he talks, he says, what does he say? Light and love with a little
sprinkle
of darkness. There you go. See, that's
so dope.
That's it. Yeah. That's it, right? Like, you need that. You need to have that. So it's there's a lot of people who just want positivity in their life, and they completely reject negativity or evil or fear or whatever. Like, if we want to get into fucking Star Wars real quick, like the Jedi are flawed. Like, they don't embrace. They're afraid of fear and hatred and all this other stuff, and they're fucking flawed.
Except Cracker Fanboy Skywalker, who fucking I'm gonna fucking do my own shit, dude. Like, I'm not gonna wear a fucking stupid fucking pony nub. I'm gonna kiss my sister, dog. I can't have a relationship. I'm gonna fucking fuck my sister. What do you think of that?
You take your fucking attachment and shove it up your ass.
Yeah. I'm gonna go fucking all in, dog. Like, no. Same father. Ain't no steps. Ain't no steps in the Skywalker house. It's all flat.
All right, let's get back. But I think that I don't remember the point. Oh, you were doing the Tigers Are Not Afraid thing and talking about ritual. That's where we sort of got off to.
I actually am totally a ritual. I do.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we all have our rituals, and the thing is, when we see it in a movie like this, we think like, oh, it's an evil ritual, but it's not. Like, I think if anything, it helped her to deal with some grief that she had going on, and to give her a chance to relax and just chill the fuck out, So
I mean, a certain period of time has passed at this point, and she's been carrying the blame.
Mm-hmm.
She's carrying this heavy mental burden on her, for seemingly months, because we go from one point of the year to the next, because we see a snowy landscape, and you can see that it's that time has passed. So over time, the mother, Jules, I think her name is, she's been carrying this burden for the longest time on her, and so by getting a hold of this, I don't know what you would call it, mystic, or not a mystic, but
no, she was just a family friend. I mean,
well, I understand that, but she specializes in medium. Wouldn't be a medium.
I wouldn't even call it medium. Yeah, I think she was
be a medium.
I think she was just pagan. like I don't know. That's
all right. Well, all right. We'll go with that.
People against normalcy.
Is that Dragnet?
Pagan.
Yeah. Emil Muzz came by the house. And...
Emil Muzz. Fuck you, copper. Look out, Muppets.
But like I said, she was carrying this heavy load on her shoulders for the longest time, and then comes a friend who's able to relieve her of this pain. And at first she felt kind of silly. You could see she's like laughing about it, and like she was feeling kind of like silly about it, because it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo words and candles and incantations and the like, and and then she until she was finally talked into the fact that you're doing a good job, you did okay. So a lot of that burden was taken off of her from that scene.
Having said all that, I do think that there were some intentions behind that. Not doesn't necessarily mean that it's evil intentions. There's just some intentions. So, but it really all depends on, do you feel that this story has a happy ending or not? I think that's really will determine what you think of other things about the movie,
A certain point of view, Wolfie.
Right. And that's the thing. I think you can look at this as a happy ending in some respects, and then in others, you might not, or you won't. And that's what I think is interesting about this film. And it really, I think it depends on where you kind of come at it from. Like, yeah. And that's, to me, that's super interesting that we can talk about that. Like, you know, where we don't know if this movie had a happy ending. I mean, sorry, like what I mean is we don't know what the director intended. You know, we can sort of glean our own stuff from it.
It's not up to us. It's up to the characters to decide.
Right. And we can just, you know, pay attention and watch and then kind of make our own assessments on what we see and how we identify. But yeah.
And that's, yeah, interesting.
Anything else that you guys wanted to bring up about this in terms of whether it's like performances or, you know, any other aspects of this?
Well, we've been pretty, like I said, we've been pretty vague in discussing this film. And we've been discussing it for some time now. I don't think we're going to get any more closer to, you know, being, you know, direct with our review. We're trying to be as vague as possible because there is a lot to unfold here. And it does happen pretty early on in the film where the events of that one moment kind of have a domino effect for the rest of the film. And the farther you go down that rabbit hole, so to speak, the tougher it is to talk about.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole.
Hair hole.
I just like hearing you say the word hair. That's just weird to me. It almost sounds dirty when you
How would you say the other word for a rabbit?
It's just a bunny.
Yeah, but that's not what this was. It was a hare. How would you say
there was
that?
no fucking like jackrabbits? Oh shit. Metaphor. But we get rabbits in the house. Not in my house, but like around the neighborhood. I call one Marshall. He's my boy. You know why I call him Marshall?
Please tell me.
That was Eminem's character in 8 Mile. He was B Rabbit. So I call the rabbit that lives in my backyard Marshall.
Of course you do.
As a tribute to 8 Mile.
All right.
D12 what?
Wonderful.
Yeah, why don't we do the verdict now?
Yeah.
All
right.
I'm telling you, it's real.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, it is verdict time. We're going to let you know whether Star of Acre was a trick or a treat. And any final thoughts? Let's start with MZ.
I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure what to make of this movie. Now, after what you said, Wolfie, you know, maybe a lot of people just don't simply understand folk horror, but that doesn't mean, you know, and while that's true, that also doesn't mean that there aren't any bad folk horror movies.
Oh, of course.
They're just like any other subgenre.
Absolutely,
you're gonna find your winners, you're gonna find your losers. This is a borderline treat for me. This is a minor treat for me. I like the way it looks, the way it's shot. It's beautifully done. I think the performances are good. I think what's his name? Smith.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. His hair is on point. Okay, it's an amazing head of hair. I can't say no. It has to be mentioned. Amazing head of hair,
and it's real. It's real too, because you could tell it was wet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could tell it's real.
Okay, which let me interrupt real quick. If you guys could choose, would you take the French Paul Valtis Tram or Matt Smith's hair?
That's really fucking hard. I was actually thinking about that. Yeah, I mean, it's really
you know what?
hard.
If you got the Paul Valtis Tram, you don't have to worry about hair. Yeah, you really don't.
It's not about what's down there, though. That's what I say.
Yeah. I would go.
Rachel's like, nah, it is.
Nah, dude. Like,
MZ's like, I just want to get rid of these huge fucking elephantitis balls.
Yeah.
At least I would match. At least I would fucking match. You know, I'd be, proportionate. And I'm not saying this is a bad movie.
It looks like two olives and a twig.
It's a slow burn. There are some moments though where I feel like the story really isn't going anywhere. There is a lot of drag to this movie, and ultimately, I feel like it doesn't really go anywhere. But that's not to say this is a bad movie, because I think the payoff at the end is worth it, because it's done in such a creepy, matter of fact way that in this world that's been created, it's simply accepted. And with that, it's really it's really got a really high creep factor, this ending. But you just got to really watch this movie to enjoy it. But I do say again, this does drag a bit. Even for a slow burn film, this does drag. But the character arcs are good. The setting is good. The way it looks is good. The score, as you said, Wolfie, I thought the score was fantastic. Don't look for any violence or blood. You're not going to catch it.
There was some.
Well, no, there was. Well, if you want to call that, yeah.
Except for that big violent moment.
No.
I think it had more impact though because of that. But not to say that they could have used.
Well, that's just it. I think so too. I mean, yeah, there is a couple of bloody scenes, but nothing overly,
right?
Nothing too gratuitous. But gratuity had nothing to do with this movie at all. Everything was very subdued, very laid back, and I think that's where the film succeeds. But like I said, it does drag a bit. So I'm going to give this a minor treat. It is recommended.
All right, Raven Shadow.
It's a lot. Like I like the line that you got to watch this movie to understand it, or whatever man said. That's very funny to me. That should be great box art. Like you got to watch it to like it. Yeah. So like again, I've said it before. I've said it again, and I'm gonna say it right now. Folk horror is not my bag, baby. But when it hits for me. And the first 45 minutes, a little bit plus, didn't give a fuck. When it did pull its fucking guns out, I was locked in and bought into it. And I would almost like to rewatch it again just to see, what I didn't like and how it built to a crescendo of what I did like. And it was weird for sure. But end of the day, I thought there was definitely some animal violence. Let's not fucking say otherwise.
Thankfully, it wasn't like Devil's Bath, though.
Right. I mean, it what are you gonna do? But the human on human violence when it happened was very visceral, and you understand why maybe certain people signed up for the film, and it was for a film to really change my opinion of it. At that, you don't give a fuck what I'm going to say next. But for a film to fuck you, motherfucker. I'm sorry. This is what I do. But I will say it's a tepid treat. But that last half an hour, man, locked in like a motherfucker. Tepid treat.
All right. And for me, this is a big treat. I really dug this film. I think the creep factor, the tension were just like off the charts. And I feel it was due to the pacing of this and the way that it unfolded. You can't get that kind of tension in a film that moves, at a breakneck speed. Sure. So I think that, it did a really good job of having this film just kind of, when I say crawl, I mean that in an adoring way, in a positive way. It crawls, which makes it creepy. And then when it gets to the point where some shit happens that is kind of mundane, it ends up being very creepy, because in this world it's been established that this should not be happening, or not in this way. And there's a scene at the end that we kind of talked about a little bit, where there's the acceptance of something is very off-putting, and yeah, it was one of those revelations where I was like, oh fuck, this is pretty crazy, and
right.
It's good. It's a good flick. It's well acted. It's well shot. It looked like it was fucking out of the 70s. Like, I feel like
costumes.
Yeah, like someone could have
attention to detail.
Yeah. If I didn't know Matt Smith and Morpeth Clark, I would think like, oh man, it's like a film from the 70s, because it just has that feel and that vibe. So yeah, this is
This could have been our parents' house. You know what I mean? Or like shit like yeah.
So this is a really well made film. I think it's a great folk horror. Anyone who's into folk horror, if you really like folk horror, I would absolutely recommend checking this out. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. For me, this seems like it could be a contender for top 13.
Wow.
But we've watched a lot of good things, and I haven't looked at the whole list, so it's hard to say. But yeah, there you go. So Starve Acre is playing on VOD. If you guys want to check it out, you can go ahead and rent or buy through pretty much any of the sites that do VOD, Amazon, Apple. I don't know if it's iTunes or Apple TV Plus, but wherever you get your VOD, you can probably find this. So Starve Acre, give it a look. And if you guys do check it out, let us know what you think. Send in a voice message, podcast@trickortreatradio.com. And would love to hear your thoughts. All right. Now, next week, I think you'll be happy, Raven Channel.
Thank you.
We talked about this a little bit last week, so depends on whether or not you remember. But next week, we will be doing a movie based on a comic.
Oh.
Does that make you excited?
Maybe.
And that movie is directed by, get this. So do you remember such films as Summer of '84?
Yes.
Turbo Kid?
Oh, yeah, boy.
Yep. So this is directed by RKSS, the film collective of Francois Simard, Anouk Wissel, and Johan Carl Wissel. And name of the film is We Are Zombies.
Oh, fliggity-doo.
Fuck. Did I zig when you thought I was going to zag?
Oh, zig-a-zig-ah, as the Spice Girls would say. I really want a zig-a-zig-ah.
What is a zig-zig-ah?
Zig-a-zig-ah. Dirk Ziggler.
Oh. Like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Wolfie, we are so in sync. Like fucking.
Oh, man, I don't know if that's good or not.
Dirk Zig. Yeah. Dirk.
Durka. Can you say that anymore? I don't even know. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm up is down, black is white. Politics are weird.
All right. So next week we are zombies, and next week we are zombies. We are zombies.
Yeah. Hello, lucky dog. We are zombies.
And
we're going to eat your brains.
This film will be streaming on Screambox. That's always hard to say. Streaming on Screambox. Screaming on Streambox.
Screaming.
It's
screaming cheetah wheelies.
It's going to be streaming on Screambox on.
Oh yeah, this fucking guy.
Yeah, I got to give MZ shit for that now because he was doing the.
Yeah, boy. What's up, Axel Foley?
All right, so it comes out on Screambox on the 13th, Tuesday, August 13th. You can stream this on Screambox. I'm not telling MZ what the movie is because he missed it.
Yep. Yeah, listen to the whole episode.
We Are Zombies, MZ. That's the name of the movie.
We Are Zombies.
It's from the directors of Summer of '84 and Turbo Kid.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow. That already catches my interest.
Figured it would. It's on Screambox starting on the 13th.
Nice.
Let me take a look at the cast and see if there's anyone I recognize here.
I'm gonna check out all that real quick. He's parking. I'll be right back, but I want to hear what you'll say. I'll listen to it on Friday when the audio drops on all the podcatchers.
Let's see. Yeah. All right. I thought I recognized this dude. I think he was in a movie that we did before, but I don't remember which one. But Marc-Andre Boulanger is in this, and I believe he was a wrestler. Let's see. Oh, he was in Here for Blood. Remember that movie, Here for Blood, MZ?
Here for Blood.
Yeah, it was a Screambox movie that we did last year, and it was the dude who was almost like an Ash Williams kind of guy. And he was babysitting a kid. Do you remember he was babysitting a kid, and some people summoned a demon in the attic, and he had to fight off.
Oh yes.
So one of the dudes that's in We Are Zombies was in that movie. He played Meat, one of the I don't know what they were, like bad dudes, I guess we'll say. So yeah, so next week
one of the guys from The Boys is in this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and yeah, Derek Johns.
Oh yeah, okay.
From The Boys, Love Sausage, but he was also in The Sacrifice Game.
Oh shit,
that we reviewed last year.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I thought he looked familiar.
Love Sausage. Did we tell you about Love Sausage? I can't remember.
No, and I don't care.
No, you do actually. His superpower is that his cock stretches like fucking like Plastic Man or Mr. Fantastic, and it gets bigger, and he can fucking hit people with it and like wrap it around them and pull them. Raven Shadow.
Pulls from knock down the bar from pole vaulting events.
Yeah. Raven Shadow. There's an actor named Derek Johns in We Are Zombies, and as MZ astutely pointed out, he plays Love Sausage in The Boys.
Oh shit. Speaking of hogs.
Yeah. I want to see him pole vault.
Oh my god. Dude, sometimes when you lose, you win. You know what I mean?
I would have taken the fucking gold medal, honestly.
Fuck that. Who gives a fuck?
I don't.
Who's going to remember you with a gold medal?
I don't care who remembers me. I'll know that I accomplished a fucking goal. A gold.
I will know that I had the world looking at my fucking kids.
That's really what does it for you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That does it for you? Well, you are. You do like DSOs. So
first of all, if anybody looks at my,
it's a win.
It's a win. Like, and if you touch it, wow, that's fucking even better. But no, just to have that many eyes, that's like,
no.
I would trade a fan base that's considered a gang for like that many eyes on my deal. Can we get him? We can probably. I mean, not right away. Maybe in a couple of months when he's fucking quiet down. But like, we need to get him on the air.
Who? The French fucking
Johnny
pole vaulter?
Cox-a-lot. Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cockring.
Yeah. Fucking.
All right.
Johnny Cockring.
Johnny.
Is that Dracula Godfrey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My lawyer's name is Johnny Cockring.
All right. So next week we are zombies. Check it out on Screambox on the 13th of August. And get back to us. Let us know what you think. Podcast at trickortreatradio.com. Looking forward to hearing from some people for this.
Yeah, use the new little text little gimmick.
Well, you know what? I like voice messages, Raymond Shadow. That's text gimmick's fine, but I want voice messages for film reviews.
right.
For film reviews, you know.
Discussions, but sure, okay.
Well, they're not.
what-
No,
what-
oh no. When they send us a voice message, they're not sending us a discussion. You think that's what it is?
I don't know what they're sending us, Wolfie. You think I know?
No,
Jesus
no. I know you don't know. All right,
I don't know.
we have a voice message. I think we have one. Let's see here. Yeah, we got one.
But it'd be like your fucking gateway drug. Like texting might be like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke a little bit of fucking pot, and then the voicemail might be like, I guess I'm doing ecstasy now.
I guess I'm microdosing mushrooms now on a daily
I guess I'm
basis.
just fucking.
Have you ever done mushrooms, Raven Channel?
I don't like mushrooms. No.
He's like, I
We
like olives on my pizza.
I do. I will take fucking simisalidilic fucking olives, but no. We had access to mail order mushrooms for a while.
Is that like a mail order bride?
Yeah, it was a weird thing before the FDA cracked down on it, but it came to our house. It was probably we shouldn't have. Can we edit this? Go back to editing again.
Nope.
But yeah, I didn't.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a mushroom
psychedelics
guy.
are picking up steam, though. You know.
I don't, but I wouldn't do well with hallucinogenics.
Yeah, because when
I'm a
you take
nut.
hallucinogenics, you actually look within yourself and you see what's going on. So
I can't stand to the abyss, dog. I ain't going. Like Luke's like, what are you fucking getting there? Fucking what you take in? Well, brother, I'm fucking putting down these backpacks and going on the couch.
you're like, brother, I got a whole fuking action sack full of problems.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's not gonna work for me, brother.
All right, we got one voice message.
I like amphetamines. I'm sorry. What?
We have a voice message. I don't know who it's from, but let's play it and let's find out together.
All right.
This is the Dirty Dingus hotline calling to remind you yo was tree fitty for last night's phone call. Listen here, Puddin'-tail Raven Shadow, I don't have any blow, but I got the elephant tranquilizers and the peanut butter M&M suppositories.
That was oddly appropriate for what we were just talking about.
That was actually oddly accurate to a recent conversation. What do you think of that?
Who called the Dirty Dingus hotline? Was that you?
Listen. The phone works both ways, Wolfie. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, that was. I think that was the end of Force Insensitive last night. Let me play I'll just play the end. Hold on. Let's see. Let me cue up the end here because I said something to Rocky and I think he responded in kind. Let's see here. All right. Just weird. You asked a normal question. This is weird. This is getting really weird. Oh, sorry. That's the wrong timestamp. All right, here we go.
You like hookers?
This is the Dirty Dingus hotline.
Sure, Puddin', what can I do for you?
All right, that's what it was from. Dirty Dingus hotline.
Nice nugget.
All right, well, it's good to hear. It's good to hear from the Dirty Dingus hotline.
Like the DDH is fucking in effect. That's nice.
It's like the NHS in the UK. Over here, it's the DDH.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's fun. No, I had a great weekend. I hung out with we had Samurai Night on Friday. We watched Heroic Trio and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Wow, that's a fucking doubleheader.
Right? And then hung out with D-Rook on Saturday. Had a great Sunday with Marion. Watched 1.5 of the boys. And I believe I talked to Corny and Rock somewhere in between. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice just to fucking get all brothery and buttery.
Get all brothered up.
Get all brothered up. Nice to brother. And with a woman. On the day I arrested.
Shit. I was just gonna say something. I don't remember now. Fuck. Something you mentioned at the beginning, but
thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, let me just check on the chat rooms and then we'll close it out here. Okay. So I think that's it. Got all the voice messages. One of them.
All text messages.
I
do have a great Patreon idea. I want to talk to you guys about it, but I know MZ's turning into a Blumpkin, so I'll text it. But
we still get a few minutes.
I think I have it.
I mean, when we finish. Yeah.
Let's just look at them. Let's see it happen in real time.
All right. So, yeah, I guess that's it. So let's say our goodbyes. Oh, MZ, he yawns to say his goodbye.
Yeah.
Arrivederci,
douchebags.
Before Raven Shadow, before you go, have you watched Cape Crusader yet, or have you heard people talk about it?
I haven't. I've heard nothing but positive things. I'm trying to finish X-Men '97, and then I'll jump on that. But the biggest thing about that is I'm surprised, like fucking HBO Max fucking passed on it. Like, why is a fucking new Paul Dini Batman animated series on fucking Amazon Prime? DC's
because they were going to cancel it, I think, and then they were like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll make some money off of it."
Like, let's have fucking Neil Gaiman Sandman be on Netflix and put a Paul Dini Batman animated fucking show on Prime. Good idea, guys.
And the names. So Paul Dini has J.J. Abrams is a producer, and Matt Reeves, the director who did the last Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. So it's got some heavy hitters.
Yep. HBO Max, no. That's not going to work for me, brotder. Okay, good. Because no one's going to fucking
we'll take
watch.
it.
That's awesome. Yeah. It's fucking stupid fucks. But I hear it's dope. And it's a nice 40s kind of aesthetic.
Yep.
Batman's more of like a like the Jason Voorhees. Like he shows up when he has to show up. But it's a nice. From what I hear, it's a modern day. It's a new fucking take. It's not going back to the well, but it's giving you a different take.
Yep. So I checked. I went to watch the first episode, and I had to get pulled into a meeting, so I didn't get to finish the first one. But I dug it so far. It very much has Batman animated series vibes. So, all right, Raven Chow, go ahead and say your goodnight.
All right, live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
All right, that is, that's gonna do it. So we appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us for I don't know about 3 hours. We're just coming up on 3 hours here, and next week, as I mentioned, we'll be talking about the film We Are Zombies, and it will be on Screambox starting on the 13th of August, and it is a film directed by RKSS, a film collective. Who did the films Turbo Kid and Summer of '84. Really looking forward to checking out their new flick. Been waiting for this one for a while, actually. This was probably at the top of my hype list at the beginning of the year. So I thought it was going to come out in the summer or early summer, but looks like we're getting it now. So, all right, well, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you all next week.